Hey guys, welcome back to Bonus Round Summer Camp 2. My name is Rashad, and we're getting down here to some Strive pull action here. I'm joined by the lovely Rachel over here. Devin, you know what it is. How you doing?
Thank you, Steven. How you doing yourself? So we've been here for a little bit today. I think we've had a couple of pools now, 2 of them for Strive, and now we're on to the 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, we're getting down to the wire, hopefully lead up to our top 8 for some qualifiers as well. But we have a lot of, staple players here, right, with the B&W, Tikumi Mauer. Is Element playing?
Yes.
Yeah, Element and whatnot. Symbolist, you know who it is. You know how it be. We've been roughly over 2 years into this game, so you're seeing how optimized players are getting. Not that really too surprising unless players really are going to bring out. I can't imagine Asuka has been figured out enough to where anybody wants to bring it out, right?
I think so. None of the top players have really been playing around with him too much, especially with the rise of Street Fighter 6 recently. A lot of players have been moving to that, putting time into that. So Asuka's release being unfortunately right before that release, we haven't seen a lot of players in other tournaments or regions kind of pushing the character yet. But I'm sure as time goes on later this year, we'll probably see a couple rise up towards the end, and that might be kind of scary if you're not ready.
Yeah, that character is very interesting. I think that some matchups probably he gets steamrolled, but I've seen some optimization and if you top deck, jokes aside, that you don't get to play. I see you just get locked down forever by throwing all the cubes all the time. But yeah, we're gonna get down here very soon to the pools. And who do you have some predictions? I think to really break in any wild cards.
Well, we already saw one earlier. They go by Anklegator. You've probably known them for their controller. They, I believe, made top 8. Not sure which side, but they took down a couple people in some close reverse 3-0s, and that was kind of a wild card. We don't usually see them in these top 8
Let's go,
set
Ankle.
tiers.
Yeah, Ankle has been soul searching for a while, I feel. And he's been playing other games, so I've been playing some Blaze Blue as well. Yeah. Playing some Tager. kind of a pivot, or not a pivot, a sidestep, very close in terms of Potemkin-wise.
Yeah.
So I think maybe sometimes that's all you need is just to not play the game sometimes. It's kind of weird, right? Sometimes when you don't play the game, you come back to it how to get better.
Yeah. No, sometimes you need a clear conscience. You don't play it for a while and you come back and you don't have those habits. Things are a little different. You can think a little clearer and stuff. You're not in the meat and potatoes. And obviously, Ankle is very, practiced on Potemkin. And a lot of people, I don't think, know the matchup that well around here. They never had to worry about it. We don't have that many Potemkins, and he's not really a menace on any of the other online tournaments and stuff. So he's gonna put you in the slammer if you're not careful. Yeah,
I think you're definitely right about that because we had Q, and Q moved to Arizona.
Oh, really? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, and love that guy, and he was probably our top Potemkin main for a while. But yeah, it's where if you don't have the character rep, how you gonna get the practice? Yep. And you get practiced on by the character itself.
Yeah. Oh, he's in there. I mean, you can ask Ankle for games anytime you want.
He's so friendly.
Absolutely.
He'll let you sign his stick. I think he every tournament he swaps out the cardboard and lets you sign it. So he's very a friendly person.
He's also had just full on poster boards with everyone's signatures.
Yeah.
Here's this event.
Very community based person. I love it.
Yeah. Always down to play sets, and especially teach, because he doesn't want people to get beat up by Potemkin. And having somebody like that in a region like this is very valuable. I'm sure a lot of folks playing in other tournaments are very fortunate to have him teach you some of the stuff so they don't get bopped in online or anything else. So
speaking of getting bopped, this is M20, the Amelia, is it not?
K22.
K20, yeah. They did so well at Beak Bonk, which is a kind of a regional we had out in Idaho not too long ago. And I said it during commentary. There's nobody doing it like K20.
Yeah.
The mix-ups that he pulls out, and he even acknowledges yeah, it's fake, but if you don't know the matchup, I'm going to abuse that,
it's
right?
Real
and that's
enough.
what you should do.
Yeah, it's scary. We have a lot of millions in this region, and I think a lot of them are really good at different things. We got Bishop, who's really good at mix.
Right.
We got Taters, who's really good at neutral, but none of them have that kind of perfect storm of movement, neutral, matchup knowledge, kind of cluing in on that key stuff in a short set. I think K22 is closest to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the other end, we have Tikumi Mauer kicking some ass at Combo Breaker recently.
Yeah,
right?
lately really getting up there in a lot of different tournaments, both offline and online. I think ended out top 32 against SQ at the end of Combo Breaker. Really great run.
Really great run, yeah.
Even played against, I believe, Slash and Winners and gave him a run for his money. I don't remember the last time these two have played. Maybe last top 8. I don't quite remember myself, but we're in for a good match.
Yeah, we're definitely in for a good match. I'm curious to you always wonder what like the breaking point is for players. Like, what changed you think for Tickle to kind of get to that point? Was it just like once again, like we talked about Ankle with Potemkin? Did people just forget about
I think so.
You think so? Well, you
go
better
on
remember.
You go on those videos and Jonathan Tene's like, I don't know how anyone wins with Eno. This character's flawed
And
as
then
hell.
Tickle wins,
and then people are just like, yeah, I don't gotta practice it. I'll just come back. Oh, you just do block high low fuzzy. You're fine. No, some of these people got some shit to throw at you. If you're not ready for it, they're gonna run you over.
I think it's a statement about like you really just can't sleep on any character and anybody, right? Like
Nope. Yeah.
Tickle Me More is such a great pilot of the character, and I think out of a lot of other Enos that we have here, we got my man Forrest and Mars and whatnot. He's so good about using he very leans on using the command grab super, the overdrive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think also he likes to rely on a lot of dive, which some people aren't really ready for in neutral. So I hope we see a lot of that here.
Yeah, let's see what the round start is. Okay.
Oh, button check.
I got baited. I got
To be
go
fair,
firsted IRL.
I could have believed that was round start from either of them.
They both ran at each other. It's like that's what these characters do. They
Round start gold burst?
Yeah.
That could have been either.
I got to get in there, and I got to get in you, so what not? But, yeah, we're just a little button test here. But, yeah, like, as far as this matchup goes, like, what do you think we're going to expect?
It really depends on neutral. I think as much as you want to get into the nitty-gritty of the high-lows from either of these characters, they both have mix-ups, and they don't have very good reversals. All that stuff put aside. Neutral-wise, the sort of air-to-air interactions between Eno's dive or her jump H versus Milia trying to hold airspace and move around, either do Capel or fast fall, it's going to be interesting. I have not seen these two clash, but I know they're both very knowledgeable about some of those situations. So I think they're going to be acting in the air a lot, and it'll be kind of weird to see the kind of clashes they'll get.
Yeah, most definitely. And speaking of aerial, like, we're already getting right into it. Capel is such a strange move, and I think K20 is one of the best users at it. We're going to see it already. I need a counter already. I need the counter for how many Capels we're going to see this set. It's definitely a busted move, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You definitely got to test people. Milia's a character that you want to see what you can get away with, because it's kind of hard to drain that life bar sometimes against some of the cast. But if you know you can abuse a certain mechanic, run with it. You'll take the round. They have to figure it out.
And that seems so simple from K20. He didn't even really press the issue. He was kind of just doing layer one. He just double jumped above the H disc, and I think Tickle Me More just kind of got a little antsy in that situation.
Yeah. I like the movement here. Tickle's very much not afraid to go in from 3/4 screen, half screen, just sends it. You're not ready for it, you're going to get hit. Or at least he's going to start his offense, which is what he wants.
I think, like you said earlier, both these characters thrive on their knockdowns, as we're seeing right here with the H disc. Capel, once again, that is what K20 is known for, and we're already getting it started.
Got a weird side switch, but still going to run with some Oki. I like the pressure. Wants to extend the pressure. Didn't end up doing it, but we're back to neutral.
Lovely FD coming up from Tickle Me More as well, because that pushed him out to not take any more mix. Speaking of mix, here we go. Great block and great 6P.
Woo, good throw there on the check. And sending it.
You know what it is.
Yep.
Everybody gets hit by it.
Yeah, he does it a lot. He definitely does it a lot. It's something you have to look out for, especially on PS4 with the extra input lag. It can be tough sometimes.
That's very true, yeah. You really have to consider about, that will come in those really, last game scenarios, right?
Mm-hmm. Tickle wants to throw that stuff at you, so you kind of slow down and don't want to get hit, and then they'll slide in some command supers, like you said earlier. They'll slide in the tap dust, stuff like that, so.
Okay, no burst online here.
Yep, jump H to hit that. Constantly hitting buttons between these two. They definitely are pretty brawlic here. It's a lot of scrambles, I believe, too.
Okay, last hit.
You said with no. Good job getting out.
The
and
escape
6P.
options.
Yeah. They gotta slow down.
Yeah, it's kind of curious because that 6P came about of just I have so much health, I'm willing to take the risk on the 6P.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're right, it's game ending. Just getting started is crazy good for these mix-up characters. If you can just hit a knockdown or something, it's pretty huge.
Speaking of starting, yeah, we saw the dive kick come out immediately, and I think that Tickle Me Mauer's game plan seems to be just I need to get in as soon as possible, because we're, like I said, we're all momentum based here, and it's already paying off. The PRC off the chemical love,
if you were trying to think, Tickle's probably already in front of you with a move.
He's playing so clean. The adaptation has been so fast too.
Yeah.
That's not easy against a player like K20.
I think you gotta kind of brawl back, but a little smart about it. You gotta be covering space, throwing moves, because Tickle will run into them if you're kind of throwing those out. You don't want him to have the wheel of the car.
Okay, that stagger pressure.
Oh, see how that works?
And it still does hit.
Under. Good burst. Now, instantly pressing buttons, another one.
And you know what beats buttons? Capel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, Capel is such an active move, and I feel like he could keep abusing this because Tickle Me Mauer hasn't really found an answer in those corner situations. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, getting checked once again. Going low is Tickle Me Mauer.
Yeah. I think K22's got to use some of the more active moves or get out of the way. You got to constantly be moving against this, or you got to be covering that space because he's just going to keep running at you with it. And with how much meter you get in this game, just for moving forward, just for things on block, he's going to convert off into 50 meter, and you got to hold the next thing and the next thing. And if you can't do that, you're going to get run over.
Yeah, I think it probably will come down to maybe a little bit more patient defense.
Yeah.
I think Tickle Me Mauer's been pretty balanced about being on the back foot with that in those scenarios. Where like K20 has been so aggressive, but on the back foot they're not really. They're kind of falling apart.
Yeah. You either got to be very patient and look for that one thing that's going to knock him down and stop him, or you got to kind of meet him, but with the right buttons and the right timings. You know, they're jumping in the air. You think you're going to dive. You can throw out some big button. It's going to hit them. And then you can get started again.
You're absolutely right. And both these characters are so good about throwing off the timing. As we're going to see right here, going to go low this time. Great blocks.
Side switch. Good. And that's a round.
And another great example. I mean, when you get a disc set up, you know, we saw earlier we used to use double jump as like a simple option. Now we're introducing different timings of different strengths of buttons.
Yeah.
And I think that might hopefully turn the tides here because we're already up on Tickle Me Mauer.
Yeah. Tickle wants to see what he can get away with. So he'll do H stroke, he'll do note after 6H, all that sort of stuff that can be pretty dangerous.
And he will do command grab, overdrive, Megalovania coming out right here, the first one, and I think it's going to, it's over, it's done.
Yep. It does so much damage, especially against the wall.
Wow.
2H, not afraid to keep hitting buttons. There's no brakes on this train. Ooh.
Hop delay, didn't get much after it. Great blocks. Tickle Me Mauer is getting a little wise. Those corner situations off to the Capel too.
Yeah.
Not getting wise to these lows.
I think if K22 does something and then waits a sec to hit a button, he's going to catch Tickle either like 6P'ing or trying to S stroke or anything like that. Like right there. All right, on defense, call it the low.
Okay, here we go. Tickle Me Mauer.
It's getting kind of close here. Both players don't have burst and they have 50 meters. Could be anybody. Woo.
I think it's going to be. Woo! Did not get the full
One
extension.
more hit. Oh, we didn't.
Jump H.
This is really good mix-up. Okay, guess this correctly. I like the movement.
Great blocks.
Oh yes, just keep him guessing. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
K20 staying alive. Yeah.
Tickle on there was on the back foot. Couldn't really press anything. You gotta keep him in control. I think that's the key here.
Yeah, K20 doing such a great job of locking down his opponent too, and really keeping calm in that scramble situation too. It really seemed like it was going to go one way, and then kept his composure. And so we'll hopefully see how that goes. I'm leaving a lot more like air dash back into going forward instead of just constantly pressing for it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'd see him just pressing into pressing into pressing, and he keeps catching Tickle back and back because he knows he's going to try to throw something. So as long as he gets going on either offense, gets a hit, gets a knockdown, he's going to keep on hitting Tickle as long as Tickle's trying to press there.
Yeah, the onus is on you to like adapt. And speaking of adaptation, we are not going to let you get out of the corner for free.
6P.
Side switch.
Yeah, this is going to be a wall break. Ooh, actually chooses to reset instead. Good choice. IRC comes out. Instant H stroke. Good burst. Just constantly going at each other for it. Yeah, why not? Honestly, with Tickle pressing so much, at the worst, you might either like just block or just not you're gonna get punished.
Yeah, like you said it best. How much Tickle Me Mauer wants to like mash out of like a lot of certain situations. Like that's the perfect use for Capel.
Yeah, just keep throwing at him. He can't deal with it. That's his problem. He can't slow down sometimes, and you're gonna get run over for it. Beautiful jump S.
Yeah, you need to find what like your opponent is just not willing to deal with and abuse that. And I think that's what K20 is getting the hang of. As we got a gold burst online, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna keep Capel. Meet the air
nice
throw coming out.
Oh, beautiful jump H side swap. Oh, it doesn't block the whole thing though. Nice 6P between the JH and JD, and that's close.
And then once again, no Capel this time, but we saw that like, all right, Tickle Me Mauer putting out a standing jab, and that was K20 felt the need to like cross up and do a jump H because he knew every time you're gonna wake up, all right, I know how to deal with this.
Yeah, ooh, backwards 6P is rough, but still not quite in the worst position. Oh, maybe now a little bit. Throwing out H disc, but no, Tickle's in your face immediately. He is not going to respect you. You gotta be covering space or moving out of the way.
You also have to be ready for these escape options too.
Absolutely. I think it even says on Tickle's Twitter profile that he is quite ready to throw and wake up and throw other things. So you got to be ready yourself.
I mean, it's still good no matter what level you are. Oh, but you know what?
I think catches the command grab?
You know what? Speaking of throws, I think he got hit out of his throw animation with that too.
Yeah.
Resetting the neutral here, just get very patient.
Yeah.
And now in these situations,
no.
My God. You know, I was going to say her hover dash and her jumps become a little bit more of a liability at lower health.
Yeah.
But, you know, K20 came to Tickle, and he had the right answer. It was air throw.
Yeah. Tickle was being patient there, and K22's got to switch back to, okay, normal matchup, no longer just going to be throwing stuff. I have to approach like any other player. They're not going to run at me.
Okay.
It looks like Tickle's going to start their offense again, though. Let's see.
I think the confidence is coming out from Tickle here.
Nice. Still has burst, though.
One more
Good
chance.
blocks. No FDs. Ooh, nice jump K. Side switch.
Capel once
Doing
more.
Capel a lot. Not working, but not working, so.
You have him in the corner. You know what else is working? This extension.
Slash. This is switch up. Yes.
I got hit.
Yeah.
I got hit. I thought
I remember that one.
Cross up.
It looks so fake.
K20
throwing
has
note a lot
burst
in neutral.
online, so this next hit is going to be dire.
Random.
Speaking of the hit, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Last round. Last scenario. I'm on the edge of my seat.
K22's got burst.
Where's this pulls? What the hell?
Yeah.
Wait, come on.
Ooh. Nice. Yeah, I think he's getting a good sense of his timing. K2020, that is. With Tickle kind of sitting back a little bit, you know he's about to pounce like soon, and beating him to the punch with either like Capel or just ID like that.
It's like a tiger, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get those hits. That sort of
Tickle.
pacing and timing is huge here. All right.
Force the issue, delay 2D.
Finish the block string. It's gonna frame trap. Nice interrupt.
Yeah,
all right, you're fine. Capel.
Yeah, Capel.
Ooh, Tickle's gonna get burst back. Oh, tries to get gold burst, ends up getting blue burst instead. You hate to see it. Nice air throw on those. All right. Playing a little more patient now. Perfect.
And it paid off. The patience absolutely paid off.
Well played.
K20.
Yeah, reverse 3-0.
You love to see stuff like that. Sometimes it's like, oh, like for the spectacle part of it, it's like, oh yeah, the steamroll would be a great time to see. But I love to see adaptation like that because it makes it a great set.
Yeah, I think we've all seen Tickle for a while now, and I think anyone new who's fighting him, or even someone old, he'll show his hand pretty quick. 2 games, he'll show you about everything he's got. And if you can deal with that for the next 3, you're golden. Those timings, those interrupts, everything, you know he's going to swing. You can just throw a whole wrench in his plan, and he's on the back foot, and it's hard.
You're absolutely right because, yeah, Tickle was so apt to throw out, I think, all the tricks he usually does very early on, where K20 staggered it, and I almost thought he staggered it a little bit like too slow. That's why he was getting behind in games. And then he was like, all right, I'm going to like now bring this out more. And then it changed the whole like situation. We saw a lot more Capels. Tickle found out some more air throws, but he's like, fine, we'll keep grounding that scenario too. I think it's like you can't cover, like you can't be in 2 places at once.
Right.
And Eno doesn't have the movement sometimes to keep out Amelia because she's a little bit slow in the air.
Yeah. Her hover dash is surprisingly slow, and as good as dive is, the angle sometimes just will not deal with some of the stuff that Milia is. She's already somewhere else by the time you choose your trajectory.
It's committal too, and I think that's the big thing. Milia as a character has the tools to be less risky, where is kind of has to full sail some things, right?
Yeah. I think Milia's a better mix-up character in that sense. She has a lot more control over the match and her own movement and spacing, where Eno has hover dash and dive and an air dash. But even then, she can only be like certain spots.
Right.
And some of them kind of slow and committal. It's not the best. And then, defensive-wise, they're both about the same. They don't have a meterless reversal. Their meter reversals aren't that good. It's kind of hard to come back.
We're getting right, I think, already to it. I don't think K20 gets any breaks. I think we're going right into it against Gwen. Now, we're speaking of mix, Bridget, right?
Yeah.
This character getting a lot of, like, traction, being a lot of, like, counterpick characters. I think this is a great counterpick character. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's hard. I think what's really good about Bridget is she's very malleable and just very kind of hard to throw a wrench into, depending on how you want to play. We've seen characters out there, like Hotashi's picked up Bridget recently.
Right.
We have Witch Hazel's been playing them. Super Noon's been playing them a bunch. Yep. And all of them play a little bit different, but for the most part, she's pretty airtight with strings and setups and the mix-ups and stuff. And there's a little more flexibility on how you want to approach the matchup. and what kind of extra things you want to put in. And then just having a really far range buttons and being able to come in and out of the spacings that you want is just really good.
Yeah, I feel like this is what Eno kind of would like to have, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It feels like the knockdown is a little bit more real with her. And I think that, having those big normals and whatnot means that K20 has to find the jumps at the right timing. It has to make them count, because I don't think you can be as mobile and aerial against this matchup. You have to be a little bit more grounded. I have total faith in K20. We've seen so many dash far slashes, which is a fantastic button, very fast button. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see also how their defense is on knockdown.
Yeah, the air stuff I'm not very familiar with. I've seen this matchup a little bit, but I think depending on the players, the kind of air situations between rolling movement and how Millia wants to move can be pretty up there. Good thing about Bridge is I think her 2K does low-profile Capel, so I hope we'll see Gwyn low-profile some of K22's Capels and then try to punish them with 5H.
Did you see that from Gwen? Wow.
Yeah.
Taking an early burst like that, too, matters so much, because now you get to just, get him into a knockdown situation like we're going to see right here.
Drops the combo, but keeps up the pressure, which is good.
No
Still on the meter lead and going to break the wall. No! Oh! Tries the anti-air. Nice run through.
Wow,
run under.
Great use of BRC.
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I think it's a good sign when people are getting used to using BRC, because it's
very good.
witch time. Like, you guys are playing Bayonetta, it's like a mini witch time where it slows down, gives you time to visualize and react to the situation at hand.
There's a lot of people who, lab their pressure mix-ups, and they're like, oh, okay, if they do this, they can't be here. But all of a sudden, there's a gap, and they blew RC, and you're like, oh no, can they run under me? What happens? Getting out of the pressure there, side switching. I like K22 repositioning a lot. I think that's really good against Bridget. She wants you in a certain range and wants you to hit buttons. So as long as you're kind of sticking out of that, you should be fine. Another tap dust. Just going to go ahead and try to get positive, not dropping it this time. So, ooh, goes the reset instead. Try to kill in the corner. Ooh, goes a little green with the throw.
Yeah, K20 so apt to up back, and it's really kind of paying off. Also, great use of the double jump we kind of saw earlier too. I think this would be one thing against that. Speaking of airtight, one has to make sure that it's sealed, because then you escape.
Yeah. Millia's slippery like that. She is one of the fast characters in the game, and I'm sure because of that, she can get through Bridget pretty damn well.
The DP getting clipped by the disc. We're doing it again. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, do it again. Throw into set 2S. Pretty standard stuff here. Rolling movement. Yeah.
I wonder if it's kind of hard for K20 to check the roll too. I mean, it might be a situation where it's just all right, it's already coming at me. I'd rather just take the blocking situation than challenge.
You gotta already be where Bridget's gonna be. A lot of times I'll either jump with jump H. I play Soul, for example. You gotta kind of cover that airspace, because she's pretty defenseless while doing it. You can even air throw it, and they'll use a lot to just reposition. They're not always trying to hit you.
But I'm guaranteed that K20 is going to get that confidence, as we're already seeing the match play in their favor here. We already know how it is. Bridget kind of falls apart, doesn't have very much in the guts department. But once, holding their own so far here. But momentum is already on K20's side. Going to get the knockdown and the frame kill in the process.
Yeah. I think K22's sense of timing and offense here is really good, and you really need that from Millia to keep mix-ups going. Doesn't really use meter to extend pressure so much, except for that example. But for the most part, really just relying on neutral and button timings. And you've seen he's getting a hit back, or just being safe about it.
We're in the process of getting it perfect. Well, we were in the process of getting it perfect, but here comes Gwen. Not going to go quietly here.
Not going to get the hit. Gets out. Ooh, yeah. I like that mix-up. Yeah, playing patient here especially. I mean, you don't want to fall into Bridget's hands, and unless they have a plan after you block their string they're used to, you should be fine. Yeah,
that's one of those things we were talking about earlier where, as soon as she throws it out, I think the answer, if it's not airtight, is to just double jump back. And we saw the Compel zigzag, and that really threw Gwen off. But we're back in that same scenario. Going to go RC, burst out. Just going all the way to the other side of the screen.
Yeah, they're really letting K22 reposition here. I think that's the biggest thing. You really don't want Millia to get away with movement without being pressured for it. You can make it to her. Bridget's pretty quick.
Yeah, her ability to transverse the screen, like you said, reposition is going to be is being so valuable here. Okay, we're introducing the throw and the strike throw mix-up. Here we go.
Slash 2S, pretty standard. What's after this, though? Yep, jumps again.
Up back. Yeah, up back is just kind of the bane for Gwen. Here we go. Going to make some bar up here very soon.
Reset here.
Knockdown.
Yep, do the switch
side. I thought
that
we're going to cross up, but that's why I'm not playing.
Yeah. Doesn't throw it.
Okay, gonna hold on to the burst here. Play very patient.
They have a life lead. They just gotta catch Milia. I wouldn't like commit to anything here. I mean, you can set. Just didn't get the. Oh my god! Oh my god! These scrambles are insane. Neither of them are touching each other. They're both just trying to end the round.
Oh my god, that was like such a tense scenario. And it was like tense from like full screen, right? We see like Bridget just do like jump S to cover a certain height of the screen, but Milia can go above and beyond that as we saw them land with the JH to seal out the game.
Yeah. Watching him more, I think K22 definitely wants people to kind of be afraid of their movement. Let him move around by himself, because he's not afraid to air you if he sees you come up with him. You want to throw a wrench into this plan, you got to stop her moving around. You shouldn't be allowed to reposition without a little bit of punishment or start pressure, especially with Bridget.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Like, and I think maybe what might help going out later on is really committal is maybe if they're in that scenario again, maybe snap it with a 2H. 2H is probably one of the few things that you can
Send
actually
it
reach
up
out there. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Gwen taking the first game. I'm not going to say
Don't jinx it.
I'm not going to jinx it.
Don't jinx it.
But let's go, Gwen. Let's go, Gwen. Come on.
I'm rooting for the Bridget.
Let's go. No
nice
bias, but we want to see close games. That's what I want to see.
Exactly. Doing a little bit better space control here. I like the use of the airborne jump S, I believe it is.
RC goes low this time, but nothing.
Jumping again. Just jump.
Call off of it, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think K22 is going to respect any of the pressure. They're going to find that gap and fuzzy jump out every time. I like that. Good use of airspace. Again with
Speaking
the
of
Capels.
airspace, yeah, Capel is doing mad work.
Yeah.
Right, knockdown off the 2D.
Gotta interrupt him. Or duck the Capel. It's not active for very long, so you have a move like 2K that kind of puts you down. You can actually kind of low profile under it and then hit them after. You only need to knock her down. She's allowed to roam, you're in the red.
Great extension off the 6B there. K20 even it right up. Let's see if Gwen can get one on the board. We don't want to make it too free here.
Round start hair card. Crazy.
I think.
But knows the round start, I imagine.
Little BM. Oh,
no, run with it. Run with it. No, they got to hold it. Absolutely. Something's working. Side switch.
If it works, it works, right?
Yeah. Another Capel. Oh, it's a safe jump, though. In spots like that, you want to run under her, for sure. She's coming down on you, and there's a little bit of space.
She ran out of life. So
yeah,
that's a wrap there. And I think joking about the hair card earlier, I think that was just a statement from K20 is just like, all right, we had some fun with that last round. Let's clean it up, move on.
Yeah, absolutely. You can start representing that stuff when you got them on the ropes for sure. It makes it even harder for them to try to get grips of what's happening. We saw some good adaptations from Gwen. I just think usually when they got Milia down to earth and sitting there, she just jumped out every time. Without any sort of risk, anything like that. She just got out for free, get out of field, get out of
get out of dodge, yeah.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct on that. Yeah, the up backs really were kind of the bane for Gwen there. And I think not just Gwen, we saw it last a lot for Tickle as well. Mm-hmm. So you're letting the character that can double jump, sorry, not double jump, double air dash, excuse me, mm-hmm. and Capel out, have these extra air options for free. So knowing she has that special ability, you think that would be the first thing in people's minds to keep her in check, but it just makes the character that much powerful if you don't.
Yeah. You either got to have that plan of, I'm going to stop you from fuzzy jumping, and you're going to take a crap load of risk. Because if you don't know, blocking moves in the air gives you double risk.
Yeah.
Or you kind of let them do it, and you got an answer for that. Whether it's interrupting them early as soon as they jump up, waiting for them to Capel and air throwing them back with a little bit of better spacing. But if you let her run with it, and she gets airborne and you're right by the corner, she's going to side switch, and she's going to get out. It's scary.
Yeah, and honestly, K20 is one of those people I expect to keep moving on to the whole thing, potentially getting into top 8 as well. It's just one of my solid picks I think we have here. And he's already taking out some of the heavy hitters at our tournament. Mm-hmm. I think that's a statement that, if they make it to Grands, it's not a surprise.
Yeah. Definitely one of our
They won
best
one of
players
these
around
already,
here.
right? So
yeah, I think they won. Was it last BR here, or it was also Beak Bonk, or I think even Okizeme they showed up to?
Yeah, they've won a handful of tournaments that you best keep your eye out here. It's going to take a lot to stop this Milia player. One of the best to do it in the business. But we're moving on to some new business.
Yeah, I think we have audience, and I don't remember the fellow on the other side.
Yeah, not too familiar myself. Oh, Plante Poppy. How could I forget the Oregon Faust coming out here, doing business as well with that character. We're in for just I feel like every match is just a banger. Like both of these players do so well with their respective characters. Auden's doing it like hella good with Baiken. Oh, no, not Baiken.
Zato, yeah.
Excuse me. And like Zato is one of those characters that, you know, I don't know. Like they're so good for such a long time, and I feel like when people get like locked down, I don't know how you feel. Do you feel like the Zato meta has kind of like slowed down or no?
No, I don't think so. I think with Latif and Tene and a couple other folks at the higher level still kind of pushing Zato with new setups and ideas, I think the character is still just getting that little bit more better as the days go on, even in the current patch, as stale as it may seem. And it's new stuff that people got to learn how to deal with. This character is complicated. There's a lot of places where you can throw command throw. There's a lot of funky stuff like invite helling under somebody, then switching back sides over. We see Peppery do that a lot. This character's still got a lot of juice in the current patch, and I know people are rooting for him to get buffed, but I don't see it.
I think this character is definitely an infinite well for sure, of just like having options, especially to like sandwich or lock down your opponent. Fost has, of course, these great normals that can snipe out Eddie.
Yeah, I haven't seen
slow,
this too
right?
much. Yeah, I know his P's and K's are quite good, and they're pretty fast for the most part. I imagine he can be pretty good about killing Eddie and threatening Zato summon from full screen with either like 6K or Scalpel. So I imagine it's kind of hard for Zato without like using a lot of oppose and trying to like move around the screen.
Yeah, having the ability to
Yeah,
fight,
there we go. 2P'ing Eddie.
Having the ability to fight a puppet character where you can deal with the puppet and the master at the same time is so valuable. And Plaintain Poppy already has the lockdown here. You have to respect the banana. You can't just like inch your way out, but you can fly over.
Yeah. Mix. Do it again. Ooh, drops the combo. Tries to go for the van grab. Beautiful fuzzy jump from audience.
Honestly.
Yeah. People really try to close out the round. They like don't want the opponent to breathe a little bit. I think the corner, you're fine. They're in the corner. You're good. You just need to hit them once.
It's like with any even normal throws. Don't be too committal.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing how it's already turning around here. One last hit scenario here on Auden's side.
Yeah.
Far slash, snipe it out. And right when he was trying to summon, right? It's hard when the screen space is so small that his big normals take up so much real estate that it's hard for Auden to summon.
Yeah, for sure. This game, compared to the other Guilty Gears, has a lot of big body issues. You'll have a lot of things clipping and just covering so much more space than like previous titles. Eddie was tiny in Exert. So you got to be careful on some of that
He's
stuff.
a little jacked in this game, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Jump 2K.
is.
Probably another jump 2K. Far slash. Beautiful. All these interrupts on Eddie. Beautiful. Keep throwing out normals.
Yeah. Being able to snipe Frog, it's at that time, is such a valuable situation. You also have crouch. But here comes Auden. What's in my hand? Find out right now. Breaking the glass, getting some momentum. Ooh. Tension on their side as well to build up.
Yeah. Faust with 0 guts. Surprised that didn't kill, and we ended out with a jump H.
Okay, Auden's not to be deterred.
Yeah. I think Pappy's doing a really good job killing Eddie in a lot of these places and moving around and repositioning. They're both kind of, again, playing really fast. Moving around the screen. It's kind of hard to kind of parse what's happening without something going on. Ooh, misses the command grab.
I think that was the hard to blockable setup, right, where you cover yourself with the oppose.
Yeah. Although a lot of Zatos do it, so it's kind of easier to look for. It's just like, oh, oppose is here. I'm gonna jump.
It's so good that now becomes a little too obvious, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's done it. Ooh, nice catch on the 2K. And gonna get a wall break. Ooh, decides to reset instead. 2K 2D. Gets a bomb.
Out. Tries to catch the
This ain't apology,
time.
man. I like the audience movement here. He likes to use JD a lot to reposition himself. I don't see a lot of people try to interrupt him for that stuff. Nice, another jump 2K over the invite hell. Really good, useful tool for this matchup.
Yeah, being able to bring it out and also bring it out the meteors here. Yeah, it was safe, and
nice block on the burst.
There we go. Yeah, smelled out the defensive options. I was going to give a lot of credit to audience earlier about how we saw Plaintain Poppy also like up back and do mix out of the corner. He was able to snipe him that one time, but wasn't really able to keep him like locked down. If you don't keep Foss locked down, that means he can create opportunities with his items.
Yeah, when you're fighting full screen against Faust, I'm sure it's pretty annoying for Zato because he can throw items and keep you locked down from summoning with that.
Speaking of lockdown, here come the meters once again. Cross-up scenario.
Mini Faust, you don't have Eddie up?
He's out of here.
Yeah.
He made a cameo, he's out.
Ooh, misses on the fish. Frog.
Same difference.
Basically, aquatic animal. Ooh, jumps the JD. Oh! That was a beautiful movement. Oh, ready on the 6P as soon as he's coming in. Audience using a lot more JD. Trying to get in with jump buttons.
Wow, reflect off the bomb there.
Yeah. Ooh, gets hit 6P. Gonna get a combo here into wall break.
Yeah,
and Eddie should be up hopefully in time by the time they wake up. Nope. Frog running pretty standard stuff. Get out again.
Mix out of the corner. I think, Audens might have to cut short some of these summons just to account for that scenario, right?
Again, corner's kind of your safe space. You got them there. Even though you want to run your pressure, sometimes it's good to just kind of sit back. You want to see what they're going to do so you can answer it better than try to do something that's going to let them out. Ooh, I love the movement here. Oh, trades.
There we go. Audens going up one here. Potentially going to get on the board. Very close to getting burst on both sides as well, so going to keep out for that. I'm curious if Plantain Poppy's the kind of player to burst very early against Zato.
Yeah. He is a character you kind of want to burst a little earlier too, because just how good it is to stop the offense. Like, getting Zato off of you just by getting hit by it is insanely good. With how many hits he does, you'll get it back quick enough.
And how good is the knockdown from getting a burst too?
Yeah.
Able to get an item, but here comes the command grab. Once again, full overdrive, which means we're going to spend a lot of it. Maybe wait for a burst
this
option.
Could be a kill.
That's it. Yeah.
You're locked out. Oh, clears it out. Foss with 0 guts.
Perfect in the making. Yeah, you had a chance, I think, earlier too, but I think they made a safe burst route with the frog, right? So it was kind of difficult.
Yeah. They didn't really have a spot for it. Maybe 1-2 frames, but basically no.
Yeah, if you are not laser pointed on that scenario right away, it's sad, but you don't get to play. You don't get to use your burst.
Yeah. That's why it's also good about using it early. You just got to get use out of it. Even if you're not even getting hit. Sometimes I'll just burst because Eddie's on me. And I know I can kill him with it than trying to play the burst safe game.
Oh my god, we were just throwing everything, all the bags of tricks here.
Ooh, more. Pushing him all the way back to the corner. Beautiful catch. Runs right into the scalpel.
It happens to the best of us.
Gonna RC to break the wall here.
Man, Plantain Poppy doing a very good job so far.
Yeah. I like that 2P check on the blue RC especially. And the sandwich now. Ooh, not afraid to press and goes with the 5D for the win.
Yeah, like you said, not afraid to press in a scenario where most people would definitely be deer in the heads, just I gotta block, I gotta hold this down, I don't want to get hit. The Plantain Poppy,
you gotta know how to check
the holes in the pressure.
You want to make them guess what you're doing on defense. Put the fear in their eyes. They don't want to do their offense. Another 2P to kill Eddie there. Oh, nice revolt.
Okay, snipe on the jump S. Could be a nice
Beautiful
series
air combo.
coming out here. Break the wall. Looking pretty good. Burst almost on Audis'
Audience
side.
whipping the 5H. I get audio killed again. Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, 2K. I think they are so wise to all the times the audience wants to kind of throw out Eddie.
Another jump 2K. That move is quite good as it was in the previous games. It goes over a lot. Pose coming out, comes down, and it's a delayed button. Oh, ends up back throwing.
That is enough there for Plantain Poppy to go up 2-1 against Audens here. And I really think we're going back to the great game plan we had in the first game of just realizing the space that we have to be at to snipe Eddie like we already seen with the jump 2K.
Yeah. I'm curious if Zato can actually 2H between the jump 2K and throwing the bag. It's pretty slow. Some characters do have some options there, which would be nice. Ooh, another scalpel?
Yeah, use the burst pretty early on. I think it's a wise decision because look how much health you've already lost here. But maybe you should have saved it for next round. I'm not sure.
I don't know. If you think you can build it back enough and you can play pretty safe, it's a good bet.
It's a coulda, shoulda, woulda
catches
scenario.
him this time.
I think you're right. I think you're right, Rachel.
Yeah.
We might make it back right here.
Catches him? This could be it. Oh, they both use it.
Can you clutch it out?
Even? Oh, trades with the bag. I think they're dead. Oh, no. Was for Faust.
Audens keep it up here. Post coming out. And that might be the difference because Plantain Poppy has become so focused on looking out for certain summons. Now oppose that counter to that, right?
Yeah. You got to do a lot more opposes because you got to make sure people are okay with it. There is a lot of things.
It's broken. Come on.
There's a lot of situations you can make with oppose, and if people are just buffering stuff into it, you'll kill them for it. Beautiful by Audience.
Speaking of killed, there we go. Audens with a perfect. Getting up once again on the board here. These sets, this is how good these players are.
Yeah.
They could be down, but they're not out.
Yeah. They're both very comfortable, it looks like, and it could really just be one hit, one situation that could just turn the tides between these two. Ooh, good backdash on the throw.
Oh, wow.
Probably going to OTG with close slash and throw an item.
Just kept it simple there.
Oh, accidentally pushes him into the trumpets. Probably not be able to get out.
Oh, good spot. I was like going to reset over there for a second. That was really funky.
MVP because that last minion that kept him in. Woo. I just love him covering airspace after we saw audience do a lot of those JDs trying to move around. He's just keeping him in. Even if you're not getting the hits, it's being hard to deal with him. Oh, that's
okay, the 100
another one coming in. Okay, 2D.
Oh, Plantain Poppy is on a roll. The air throw reversal situation. Here we go.
That's all needs Auto to get ready. Ooh.
YRC kills Eddie. BRC baits out the throw. Autumns was so wise in that scenario.
Decides to run in there. Both of them just meaning a lot in the air there. You know, kind of doing stuff on neutral, either summoning Eddie, throwing items, but then one of them just tries to end up jumping and you just get like an air-to-air situation. That's probably the...
I'm so impressed about how Autumns is so proactive on offense, but also defense. Like, to use that BRC in that scenario,
they were ready.
It's such a masterclass of just, like, good defense.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell these players have the experience in this matchup, just how comfortable they are.
Bomb
Ooh,
bag.
another jump H.
Covered
tries
both
to fest.
levels of airspace.
Still tries to do it. Actually swings that time.
Oh, my God. Plantain Poppy. There we go.
I'm surprised they bursted.
Being a crowd pleaser right now. Everybody's really excited. Once again, 2-2. Last round. Here we go.
Love the command grab.
Early. Yep.
Try to 2S. Nice backdash.
Oh, low. Okay, the sentry drone is out.
Ooh, gets the hit. Leads into a combo.
Another sentry drone.
Another one.
The army is here.
Woo. Relentless pressure, just kind of hammering on the 2Ks.
Gonna put on the wig.
RC.
Put on the comm makeup.
Woo. The fuzzy. Oh, nice blocks on the overhead. Beautiful. Audience able to get out. Gets knocked out. He's
good.
This
is the defense
He's
we
good.
were talking
He's
about.
Whew. Another air-to-air. Again. These two just so nervous wanting to jump.
Gold burst. Oh, no. This is going to be so scary.
Comes from the top.
Where's the bomb? Invite hell to go away from the explosion. What is happening?
Ooh. Doesn't punish. Oh, gets caught by the mix. This is going to break. Doesn't kill, though. Oh, it does.
It does kill because Sato has no more health to give. There we go. Oh, my God. Blend.
Wow. Some crazy scrambles on that last set.
Plantain Poppy.
Both some really good adaptations. It kept going back and forth. I think Audience with some of the defensive stuff, holding that entire mix, including the overhead, and then still getting that knockdown. And Poppy with just killing Eddie and a lot of those strings and stuff. Both of them really good on their defense. A lot of scrambles. I see them a lot jumping a lot. Not sure what that was. Could have been nerves, but in the end, a lot of really cool scrambles, and these two just have so much experience.
Yeah, both these players, every game felt like they were playing for their last game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And in the very last game, it came down to where, like, I could not tell who was going to win.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the peak of what that was.
It was a heart attack. It's what it was. There was that scenario where Audens had Plantain Poppy on the back foot. I was like, okay, that's got to be it. Like, he has enough resources to make this up. And then Plantain Poppy got that goal burst, and I think the winds of change were upon us, right?
Mm-hmm. A beautiful set. All of these have been very close.
They've been awesome. I love to see it. I love to see that people are still sticking with the game, even though there's a lot of new pizzazz coming out and whatnot. This game is, of course, going to get more love. We already have a Season 3 coming out, and
yeah, and they've been teasing a lot. Just like we're making changes, we're making this game give me something fresh again, and they got to get it right with Street Fighter 6 out in there.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of put it out there in the ethos about. If there was a new mechanic, what would you like to see? And I think people, and I've heard the whole regular, make IP good again, put Blitz in the game and whatnot. I'd be curious if they would even acknowledge, maybe adding an extra move to characters or not.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Just they could screw with the Gatling system. They could give characters force breaks. They could give a couple characters some new moves. I had a lot of
Plus R players come to me about that one too.
Yeah, we really don't know. All we know is that Season 2 is kind of supposed to be a test run of these ideas, but Season 3 will be the big change. And I think them taking their time is a good sign. And I think changes in the last patch 1.24 of defender getting more meter than the offender and that sort of stuff to kind of tame down offense with meter a little bit is a good sign. So we'll have to see where that comes and maybe expect something at EVO.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those modern like fighting game sensibilities of just like we get so much wrought up on the offense in there, and I think slowly developers kind of realize, okay, this is how we implement defense to kind of like, you know, tip the scales a little bit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of tipping things in their favor, Odd Toaster, definitely the one favorite to kind of take it very far in this bracket here as they go up against, what's that, Love Me 420?
Love me some H2O.
Love Me some H2O. I'm dyslexic. Don't pay attention to me.
No, I hear what you're saying. May versus Nago. I'm pretty sure this is one of more Nago's annoying matchups. S-Dolphin, of course, being just a really good tool with how slow Nago's tools are. 5K coming in pretty handy, but I don't know. May can kind of move around him. She can stick in a range that can be kind of a big problem for him. So we'll have to see how these two want to space things out and when they want to press.
Okay, we'll see how they press here at the round start here. Keep it very
not a buttle check.
The 5K, such an amazing button. Able to kind of start pressure. A lot of like lower end Nagoriyukyus will just immediately spend blood right away.
Yeah.
But you have to find a way to commit without using the resources earlier. Even though Odd Toaster is that Nagoriyuki that likes to spend very early.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got really good timings with how he wants to spend meter, how he wants to press like Beyblade or like 6H and stuff. And kind of doesn't want to spend unless he feels like he's in the driver's seat and comfortable.
Okay, let me H2O.
Woo! Nice throw tech.
Oh, yeah. I was going to give him so much credit there on the defense on the far slash. We saw so many IBFDs. Not a very easy thing to do, but it does kind of shut down Odd Toaster.
Yeah.
But it doesn't shut down Odd Toaster from moving forward, right?
Right. Yeah, that's the thing with this character. I mean, if he can kind of move how he wants despite being of a big body and kind of slow, your blood usage is like vital. And you got to deal with this sometimes. He'll just throw you in something.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Great Abari out.
Woo!
Oh, the
tap dust.
It's so
Gets
big.
the burst for
it's
it.
Huge.
Oh, I like the spacing. Calm. Beautiful S-Dolphin. More. Low slash. 5H. I like the pressure.
Once again, 5K out of the scenario. Odd Toaster back in the back foot here. Standing right outside the range of the far slash. It's so huge now. But you also got to watch out for the Dolphin pressure coming out from H2O.
They're thirsty.
Thirsty? That's why they love it.
Woo! Toaster with the round start 62H. Covers a lot of stuff in this game. Horribly scared because of this situation after right there. It feels like Oki almost.
Okay, now we're seeing the wrist getting pumped here. I think H2O caught onto that knowing that, like, all right, if you're going to commit so much on block, I'm going to find the gaps. So once again, finds the gaps.
I think Toaster has kind of a pattern to how they like to do their pressure and their timings, and I think H2O is kind of honing on that a little bit. Just kind of waiting it out, then throwing like a 5P into like a knockdown. Moving to RC, throws it, and he's going to pop.
Did not care about it, and that is absolutely going to be enough. Mentioned earlier
down.
about how Odd Toaster loves to bet on black. Use a lot of blood in a lot of scenarios because they have so much faith in that they're going to like cash out and win off of that, right?
Yeah.
And when they don't, it's just curtains for them at the end.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary to bet like that and have your opponent go, no, I'm just going to sit tight. I'm pretty comfortable. And you're like, oh, no. So we'll see how they're going to adapt on this next round.
All right, here comes Odd Toaster. They are already putting on the pressure right here. Ooh, and an unfortunate trade keeps him in the corner, though.
Ooh. Very ambiguous mix-up with the dashes there. Again, just the timing stuff. I love the defense on H2O. Just not afraid. Oh, beautiful back throw. This could be the whole round.
This could be.
Toaster
You know how much damage can be, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at the wrist, too.
Yeah.
Could be enough.
Woo! Oh, early.
Didn't have any meter, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, lets Nago out of the corner, too, which can be a little scary. Oh, trades. I think May's button just didn't come out in time. You hate to see it. Don't let it get to you, though. 5K? Love the spacing here and how they're kind of getting in.
Yeah, we see like Odd Toaster use the far slash as like that measuring stick to keep like May out of like a distance.
Yeah, but look at the spacing here.
Once again, back at that spacing, right?
Yeah. Ooh,
far slash gets bigger and bigger as blood does pump up, so you have to adjust that and account for that. And it can only you don't go back so far.
No RC. Oh, tap dust to end it.
There we go. That is an Odd Toaster round.
Yeah.
Kind of what you really expect from them.
I like the adaptation there. Even though they were, you know, kind of getting screwed up in their offense, they slowed it down. They're okay with the spacing that H2O had, and they're like, all right, we're fine. I just need to get that one hit. I can find it somewhere. All right,
here we go. Look how much blood that's already committed here.
Yeah, right?
Odd Toaster, I think, needs to kind of change up their game plan around start because H2O has shown the defense in kind to know that I can reverse the whole situation. That risk is,
max risk
is death red right now.
You could just be dead right now.
Are you ready to beat your maker? Are you ready?
I am not. That trophy is, though.
Oh, no. We talked about thirst earlier. Might have been a little bit too thirsty. Okay.
Combo.
All right, we cleaned up. That could have been so sad.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Even just something like a command throw, something that gives you a knockdown and just lets all the blood drain, doesn't have to kill. Ooh. Toaster controlling the spacing again. I love their timings from them.
Yeah, they're really introducing about micro walk like close slash. That might be the difference.
First again? I agree with that. Absolutely. Command throw. Against the Oki. One hit away. I think she landed.
I think she landed in time.
I saw the frame.
So. No, she didn't.
Oh, she RC forward.
Did she? Yeah. Oh my God. No, not like this. Here we go. We're
the dolphin, not the meter. Oh, H2O getting caught on these timings.
Hey, burst out.
Toaster hitting him back to back like that.
Just keep calm.
Toaster whiffs like that, you gotta get in. You gotta have a plan.
Yeah, getting in.
It looks like he's ready for it. He's just not willing to do it.
Trying to beat the burst earlier. Close slash. FD out.
Completes the string. Not gonna pop. Bad situation. You're always gonna be in range now. Ooh, nice jump D.
Try to snipe him out with the jump D. There we go. Beyblade right in.
Yeah.
I think that was a great call on the Beyblade too. We saw so many staggers kind of come out from Odd Toaster that it was a good time to cover like that gap with a special, and that I think kind of threw off H2O at the end.
Yeah, I think H2O is pretty comfortable here in this matchup. I think just Toaster changing their timings a little bit and throwing some new stuff is making them hesitate a little bit. And I think for H2O, switching to the Jacko, I think especially with keeping that spacing they were earlier, when Toasters hit a button and whiffed, you gotta get in there. You gotta start your plan. You can't let them get away with it.
I don't know how I feel about the switch because I think they were doing a good job with May, and I think it's totally doable. Will you have the time against a player like Odd Toaster to really set up shop?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to convince me, I think.
Yeah, switching in like a set like this late in, it's you gotta be really confident that what you're switching to is okay with the information you have. And I think you're right. Their May was definitely up there. Oh, gonna pop already? I didn't think they noticed, though. Oh, no, they did.
Yeah, getting a little overzealous. And I think that was more on Odd Toaster's part than H2O. H2O was like, all right, cool. You're just going to hand it to me? Handshake. There we go.
Like, I think we should get a pop counter at this point. I think it was like the fourth one. Ooh.
Okay, well,
I like the pressure. Pretty confident. Yeah.
All right, this Jacko is definitely real. And I don't think Odd Toaster is ready for the late cancels on the soccer bomb kick.
I love the completion of the string there, but they didn't have meter, unfortunately, to back it up. All right, pretty standard Jacko pressure. Tap dust, good burst there.
You have to burst out, honestly.
Yeah.
Ooh, counter.
I love the movement here on their Jacko. Toaster just feels like they're kind of not sure where to swing or when to swing. Running into these jump Ds, moving around, but not really getting anywhere. Ooh, nice, excellent barrier. Backdash.
I think the barrier is the one thing that kind of shuts down Odd Toaster and Goriyuki. Oh my God, the big call out with the overdrive. Elysian driver going up, going down.
Oh, doesn't kill though, but one hit away. 100 meter on Toaster's side. Oh, the Beyblade catches them, and this could just be it.
No, no, unfortunately not get the pickup.
Instantly wants to go in, doesn't want this round to end, and oh my God, their offense is just too much.
It really is too much here. Odd Toaster just needs one more game to close out this set.
Yeah.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Jacko so far. If you can get the lockdown like you did earlier, it's going to be hard to make a move, but here comes Odd Toaster making the moves right now.
That could be the whole round in that situation. Oh, doesn't get the punish on that 2H whiff. Ooh, ends up extending pressure. I love that. All right, sandwich between them and the minions. YRC comes down and it works. All right, back in the driver's seat. Oh, another one. Could be scary. It's like a 50-50.
This is so difficult. Good. Like, what do you do? You're just
they're gonna pop.
Have to hold.
Oh, it doesn't matter though. I think they should have stuck with the May. But their Jacko proved to be very good too.
Yeah, Jacko's one of those characters where like if you have the systems in play to like know how to lock down certain characters, and we saw it very early on where they got like Odd Toaster in the corner, and if Odd Toaster a player that likes to spend blood very early, which means you have a lacking of mobility options, so you have to walk forward, and that is a good way for Jacko to snipe you. Unfortunately, didn't stick to that game plan too much, and Odd Toaster just kind of like steamrolled at the end.
Yeah, I know Toaster likes to spend blood early, and then towards the end, they'll just bank on hitting that command grab.
It's amazing how much...
If they hit it, that's the round then, because they just got all their blood back, and you're not surviving the chip from that little bit of life you have.
It's amazing how of course, it's all on the onus of Odd Toaster too, about how much they do bank on their revenge factor with blood. and they're able to clutch it out at the same time. That is not an easy thing to do because of how much management you have to have.
It's scary in tournament especially. I mean, you're on your last part and you're blocking all this, you're going to crack one hit.
Yeah, eventually this character like kind of breaks you down, and that's why I think Nagoriyuki is such a great like tournament character.
Absolutely. Yeah. You see people like Hotashi or even like Nubenheimer, they'll test you on this stuff. They'll throw stuff at you, and like in a first to 3, winning 3 games against that character, it's hard. They have the driver's seat a lot. There's a lot they can throw you with timings and movement. And just one mistake can just be the entire game.
Well, looks like Odd Toaster is not going to go anywhere. They're going to go fight against Plantain Poppy, who clutched it out earlier against Oddens. And yeah, Odd Toaster definitely in the driver's seat here. You know, Nagoriyuki is one of those characters that has kind of like those litmus tests, like we're talking earlier about. You know, are you ready for this certain kind of pressure? Are you ready for the crazy round start that I'm probably going to throw out against you? Because I think, once again, Odd Toaster probably wouldn't deviate from that game plan against Faust because how defensively lacking Faust is. But Plantain Poppy, the player, is really good about finding ways to up back. But I think Odd Toaster would not let that happen for free. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. I think the one thing to talk about Plantain is like their Ps and Ks. We saw it in the last set versus Audience. They love to use the 2P, 5P, 5K, 2K. Those tools are really good for stopping Nago. If he dashes up or anything and he's able to check him for it, it's probably going to be hard for Toaster to get in and not get knocked down.
You're definitely right. Keeping that, like...
And crawl.
Having the range, having crawl to go underneath, far slash and whatnot. But 5K going to snipe you anyways. Here we go. Odd Toaster already starting out the
another
big
2H. Can't be in that air spot.
That's a perfect scenario for Nagoriyuki, too.
Yeah. Are you having the 50 meter, even though not having a lot of blood? Ooh. Well, I was going to say, close to popping, but
wow,
got the command grab.
Wow, what a statement from already off the bat. Yeah, this is for a top 8 qualifier here. So Plantain Poppy was probably not ready for the beast here.
2K, 2D. Gets interrupted for the punish. Beautiful back throw. Okay. Playing pretty confident here. Ooh, I like that.
Got the back dash. Here come the boys to keep the lockdown extension going low once again.
Yeah. Woo, love the jump. I don't think they pressed anything yet. Nice. Doesn't get the punish, though. Oh, no, they do.
Okay, right to the same scenario. Hammer.
Throws a hammer for the break. Oh, crawls under it.
I like the PRC. The undo button coming in
Another
clutch.
2K2D. These jabs are working. You just gotta knock him down. Nago isn't too scary when he's on the defense.
Tricky. I like the use of using the item toss. And you're probably still focused on looking up.
Yeah.
That he used the PRC and clipped you low.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to keep looking out for the item, but you're not watching Faust.
And you best watch out for your ankles because they're getting broken right here. Plantain Poppy.
Yeah.
Hit you with the wheelchair. Ugh.
I'm loving how he's interrupting Toaster here with a lot of his just like sometimes simple moves or even like reversals. I think Toaster's getting a little bit on the back foot and not super confident, except for that Beyblade.
Beyblade making moves right now.
Oh my god, this is going to be huge. Banking again on the big damage if they just get that one hit, even with high blood.
He's going to scale right here. Yeah, speaking of the high blood, you can already see, which means I don't think he can teleport in after this. He's going to do it anyway.
Woo, he spent another 90 there, but luckily the super does drain a little bit yourself, so. All right, extending the pressure. Relentless. Oh, whiffs a 2S. Doesn't take it.
He had the right idea, though.
Yeah. Can we see another jump 2K? Just air throws and he's dead with the 6H.
6H does always enough damage when you want it to. One of those moves I'm surprised still hasn't got touched, but Nagoriyuki's love to also end that move after so many great knockdowns.
It's just so good. It doesn't have the OTG paration, and it drains just a butt ton of blood for you. Ooh, gold burst. Love it.
I mean, we've been seeing Odd Toaster press 5K in a lot of scenarios, so Plantain Poppy willing to make a call out here.
Yeah, I think they just need to be not afraid. I think that last game they got hit with that one combo and they're like, I got to slow down, and then Toaster killed them for it.
A great extension too with the teleport.
I like keeping him in the corner here. Nagos doesn't have a.
Oh, that was a little bit too slow.
Huge counter hit. Oh, another beautiful 2K. Oh, gets back thrown, and that could be the round. Ooh.
Yeah, this might be a reversal situation.
Nice.
But backdash 5P.
Doesn't get a lot of reward, but probably getting better Oki and pushing them through to the corner. Oh, Toaster again backdashing. Oh my gosh.
It was like a Piccolo mix-up. Nobody could see what was happening.
I don't think even of them were blocking in that.
Oh my god.
On start, another 2H. Okay, 2D. instantly. Toaster not being afraid to spend the blood and push them in the corner. But I love these interrupts and keeping him at bay.
Yeah, we're at that range now where if you're not going to come to me, it gives me onus to like go ahead and like pull items. With the grab invincibility, going through the bomb just in the nick of time.
On the 6H, //, 5K, beautiful combo. Drains a lot. Nice jump D. Ooh, catch him with a scalpel. I love the timings on this. You see a lot of the scalpel hits, and we saw this far slash is beautiful burst speed on there.
Oh my god, here, yep, we got a full stick of butter
Toaster
on
with
the line
100
there.
meter.
Can you use it? Gonna keep the extension.
Ooh.
Burst out, almost into the bomb.
Yeah.
That would have been insane.
I think they were still invincible. That was insane. You know what? The boys coming in. Beautiful YRC gets clipped by Jeffrey in the back. High blood again. All right, close to popping. Can't really use any more.
You get some blood on block here. Just like, take every inch you can.
Gives him a trumpet.
Oh, you gave him the
hate
way
to
in.
see it.
It could be your own. It could be your own boys.
Suffocated, yeah. You hate to see it. I think they're doing such a great job on Toaster in some of these situations, but you just got to keep on keeping them out. It's really hard with Nago sometimes. Woo! 6K not touching the bomb, unfortunately. Beautiful. Grabs their own trumpet.
Distance. Okay, now they're back on my side.
Yeah.
They don't play favorites.
Woo! Goes a little bit longer, so gets punished trying to 5K punish that. Oh, beautiful. Keeps them in the corner. I definitely agree with that. Oh, no. Woo! Wait, unstuck them. Little weird interaction.
Okay, but here
Finishes
comes
the string.
Odd Toaster climbing up in the blood department.
Beautiful safe jump.
Great
Not
timing.
safe jump. H, the boy coming in. Woo! The trips on a banana actually combos off of it.
After that, while Odd Toaster
my
had
gosh.
such great awareness. Here we go.
This is
right
scary.
into the slice and dice. Here we go.
They got the blood, and they only basically need the hit. But unfortunately for them, Faust has burst.
Faust does have burst, but let's see if Odd Toaster has the keen eye.
Woo. Like the 2K far slash and 2Ds. Beautiful.
Yeah. We saw a lot of times where he would pull out the 2K and didn't do nothing afterward, or sometimes just like backdash or whatever. Now delaying 2D, caught Odd Toaster mashing. And you pressed the button somehow. You got clipped.
We saw them jump before and it didn't work, and this time that even though Toaster chose different moves, still clipped them. Nago's scary on round starts, basically like getting Oki'd.
Luckily got kind of scot-free, because usually when you get a DP round start like that, it equals like a Nago round, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't quite over. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? No, it is over. It is a perfect for Odd Toaster here. Looking very strong.
Yeah. Let me see another. Nope, 2K into a combo. Love that counter hit combo there from Toaster. Ooh, good burst, sending them the other side. Woo! Gonna take some more. Oh, but actually throws their next button. Oh, beautiful after missing the close slash. Toaster with not a lot of blood in the corner. It's not looking too good, but does end up getting the knockdown.
Run it up. Yeah, just
Still sticking
you,
to their guns.
me, and the little guy.
And Nago's really big sword. Oh, gets another trumpet. Hold down the fort. Beautiful YRC.
Yeah, I like the YRC. We saw so many times that Plantain Poppy would run strike throw after that. So Odd Toaster adapting to every situation, and it is paying off.
Yeah, sticking to their guns. I gotta commend them for just like sticking to what they know on the offensive stuff. Even if they're on the back foot on defense and things go kind of wonky, as soon as you get back to that neutral situation, Toaster is in there, able to kind of run their plan.
Yeah, shouts to both players, honestly. And I think that's one thing that happens in a late set is people find better opportunities to use YRC, to use their burst.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm not sure what that was about. It's okay. The homie's got you.
You have these tricks up your sleeve. You kind of want to show your hand, and then when you do, it ends up turning the tides of the match. You kind of unlock your game plan. Oh, blocks it this time. Beautiful. Tries to bait again. Doesn't end up spending it, though.
He would try to get the double reverse card going there. It might be a little bit too overzealous, honestly.
Absolutely.
Because now you've gave all credence to Odd Toaster. You barely have any health. He has burst.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do?
Would you rather be single right? Or would you rather try to go for double right and be wrong?
Right. Like, it's a little too greedy on take your resources. You can't have everything. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Absolutely.
Like, take the small victories.
You're going to win 3 games in this set. That's not a lot.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Take the little stuff over and over again. Woo, gets clipped by the bomb. Ooh, beautiful scalpel to cut off the Beyblade there. Gets a free end-up special, and they didn't notice. Oh, they able to YRC out, though. Or QRC.
Man grab, perfect opportunity. Use the long animation to guarantee that scenario.
Add another one to the pop counter.
6B off the rip. Okay. Woo. I mean, we saw Toaster press very early a lot of the times.
Yeah. There's another one. Stomp, stomp, keeps him locked down.
2K once again. 5K to interrupt you. You're too close, man.
Yeah. That timing can be kind of tricky, too. Oh, Fire Season gets it off. I like the jump. Woo, jumps back. Toaster with no blood. You know they're going to spend it soon. 100 meter, too? Yeah, I'll send it.
They got so much to spend here. Woo. Also, look at those resources.
Probably going to die?
6H? I'm surprised. I thought that was it.
Even as pro rate it was. Guts with 0 guts there. Woo. Gets chipped out with the,
Sheesh, yeah.
Knew you were going to land, just going to send it. Probably not going to FD.
I think Plantain Poppy kind of ran out of steam there, kind of got in that panic state like you talked about earlier, Rachel, where like when players are on the back foot, they really, they take to the skies, right? We saw so much
absolutely.
Like up back and double jump and like we did see alternate buttons like jump 2K and 5P, but Odd Toaster's like, cool, I'm just going to stick here, have a solid ground game, and then clip your landing frames.
I think that's kind of the beauty of a character like Nago is not having options like super jump or double jump. You kind of just get really good at the ground stuff. We saw Poppy and Audience in the previous set always jumping at each other, doing kind of this air stuff, but playing against Nago Ryuki, you know he's going to stay there, and unless he tries to swing, which probably doesn't need to with the life lead, you're just not accomplishing a lot with some of those jumps.
I think Naga's one of those characters that I felt like when this game came out, he was made for this game.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, this game, compared to other Guilty Gears, is not as air dash heavy. So because of how solid his anti-air and like ground game is, it really, I feel like he really benefits from the engine.
Absolutely. I think in previous Guilty Gear games, such as like Potemkin and either Exard or XX, while he was kind of a big guy, he did fit in the engine pretty well and had some movement and a lot of movement options. This game being a lot slower, a lot more big body, be able to make a character like Nago without some of those air movement options and stuff, I think just makes sense.
Yeah. And
it feels nice to have a character that is for you if you're interested in that sort of play.
It's also a character I feel like that's definitely for Odd Toaster as well. He's loved to take like big risks and cash out big at the same time. Big reward, big risk.
Absolutely.
And we see it so many times throughout the set. Was able to snipe with like 2H, get some great like hits on the Beyblade as well, and take it as far as he could. Odd Toaster is one of those players that like if you give him an inch, he will take a mile.
Yeah. And
well, that's it for us, though. It's been a fantastic time. Once again, for Shah, we'll go Rachel over here.
Davon, I'm around here. I TO a little bit. You'll see me around.
But yeah, also very flexible doing commentary.
Yeah.
Fun time. Thank you guys for taking in the bonus round, too. We got some more action. Stick up for the other games.
Boom, divorced. Welcome to bonus round Guilty Gear Strive Top 8. I am Tabby. Joined with me today is the wonderful Forests of Mars.
Thank you. Mars for short. And despite our wonderful Luke attire and vibe, this is actually a Strive Top 8
This is a Strive Top 8.
You know, Strive isn't it's not like the new cool game anymore.
No.
But the funny thing is, like, the competition for it, at least here at bonus round, gets harder every time. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's still so good.
Well, it's because Guilty Gear players are just better than Street Fighter players at fighting games. Like, that's just the truth. Like,
true. I mean, like I see how Cloverwolf does. Anime players are just built different.
Klim has been claimed by anime. Regardless of their EVO 2012 or EVO, what, it was AE 2012, I think? Yeah.
they're an Under Night player now. Getting second in Under Night today, actually.
Yeah, well, they're Canadian, so therefore they're always an M1 player, if that's the technicality we're going with.
Of course.
But, we are here with Guilty Gear Strive. None of that, no Street Fighter happening here. That's happening all on the other bonus round stream, which you can check out that top 8, which will be happening after this one.
That's at bonus round FGC, I believe, the stream name.
Yeah, probably something like that.
I'm sure someone in chat can get you. Speaking of chat, by the way, if you're in chat and you want to help contribute to the prize pool for these wonderful players, we do have a Matcherino.
Yep.
I think it's exclamation point Matcherino. Could be wrong about that. I'm sure someone will help you out, but please claim those codes. We still have a few left last I checked.
Yep, claim those codes. If you do have any extra income you feel like donating, that is an option as well. But there's also sponsor quests that are usually just like checking subscription counts that you may have already people like. There was a Diaphone one for a while. I'm something.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we have splash art. Wonderful. Junior A versus Odd Toaster.
Yeah. So this is the first match of our top 8, and this is a like weirdly enough a like modern Strive classic I call for PNW because like Junior A was someone who wasn't around for the longest time.
Well, Junior A was around, just wasn't the level of player like
yes,
he
oh,
is
100%,
today.
100%. Yeah.
So I agree that it's like become a modern classic in many ways.
Yeah.
I sort of think of it though as like the old guard versus the new guard of like PNW Strive kind of.
Yeah,
where it's
very
like
very much.
Toaster, who was so dominant back in like fall and winter. Played in like every online event and top 8 at all of them.
Yeah.
Why not? And then Junior A, who wasn't as well known, but recently is getting like second at every single event, and we see him again here in winners top 8. Like,
yeah. The other thing is, like, as like an Anji, like, this is a character that I think a lot of people didn't value super highly until there's like a handful of people, like namely I think like a Blue Sky guy was one of those people, like globally or within the US that really showed a lot of good work. But Toaster's showing some good work right now, getting a very, very early conversion to stop Junior A from trying to gain a lot of dominance in the tempo, because that's a big thing with Junior A, is they need tempo to take over this matchup.
Toaster is so good at flipping the switch between passive and aggressive play. You think like, okay, they're backing off, they're going to jump in, do that late JH, and then all of a sudden, Beyblade, you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I mean, and that's what like a character like Nagoriyuki really helps them like fulfill that gameplay. Now Junior on the other end, you see, is in a very good spot. Toaster able to guess right on all of those Fujin strings and getting a great spin backdash right there, but Toaster already prepared with those forward slashes.
Yeah, the clone has such a good interaction versus the spin, because it triggers the spin and leaves you so flush.
Yeah.
It basically gives you a 50-50 if you try to use it against you. It's one of the biggest weaknesses of Anji in this matchup. We get to see the signature Junior A combo here, whipping with the RC. No, I'm telling you, he does it every time. He pioneered it. It's so good.
I like understand that, but it's something I didn't put it together until just now. What a great spin right there. Once again, but good 2K check on there. You can't really allow that pressure to be going through. Junior A bursts in and finds another great punish.
This will be so much damage. Anji in the corner.
You're dead.
Like a
You're dead.
truck.
You're dead. You're dead. Yeah.
Yeah. And also another thing to keep in mind in scenarios like that is the nerfs to Nago means that at that level of blood, you actually are doing significant damage. He loses that insane like 0.7 defense multiplier.
Oh, great burst right there, finding that early point, not allowing Junior A to get any kind of bait potential.
Great check.
Yeah.
One of Junior A's biggest strengths is his ability to know like when to mash. And Anji enables that so well with the 2P.
Yep. As you imitated in bracket. But a great throw right at the very end there. Junior A taking the first game in like what you would call, like you were saying 4 months ago, an upset. But this is a very even match between like these two players. A great like clone slide in check right there. But Junior A constantly stopping all that mid defense until you get tossed just like that.
Yeah, great 2P.
Right?
It's such a good button for checking. Like, it's so fast. It has such a good range, and it hits decently high as well. Another hit. I think Toaster was expecting either the pressure reset or the overhead.
Yeah, but unfortunately got the PRC off that instead of the RRC, which I think they were looking for, so wasn't able to get it. Still, you like a one more reset, but it's always scary with the Nagoriyuki with like nearly 100 meter at that situation where you can just die.
Yeah. Gets the overhead counter hit, but no combo. Okay, smart burst. Oh no.
Like they're just trying to go for the frame kill, but there we go. Toaster finally changing up their timing to get Junior A out of pressing. You saw so many times that situation. It was like press or backdash or do something to try to stop Toaster, but they found a great confirm, a great opportunity to now like continue this lead that they have in this.
Junior A does have meter here, and Anji's parry is no joke.
The thing is like if I'm Junior A in this situation, right, I want to be holding on to that parry until the only opportunity. You don't want to be doing it on game 2. Especially not one that you have to make a big comeback afterwards to try to get that to win, because you want it to be something that's like not on Toaster's radar, or something that he's constantly thinking of that lets you get away with other options.
Yeah. Gets the overhead that time, into the full combo, goes for the reset with the butterfly instead of cracking the wall. Throw bait with the shimmy.
Right.
Oh, that's so scary.
The doing JD to just delay your timing on there is like, I think it's super effective versus Anji, right? And a great 2S, but no big confirm off of it, forcing the burst.
The last hit for both players. Great check. Oh my god. The scaling change means I actually don't know. Oh, gets the wall. Yeah. Right. It doesn't matter how bad your combo was. Wall break damage completely unscaled.
Yep.
By risk. Only defense and guts apply to it. So, yeah, as long as you get that wall stick, you do close it out.
Great. I love that. Like, you've been seeing how aggressive Toaster was. So just walk back, let them hold that DP at the round start, force them to use that like early blood gauge, and now doing these delay pokes, getting like GameStop trades. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Great JD delaying their own timing right there, just like Toaster was doing.
That's an Anji signature. Another overhead. Toaster is just not able to react, and they're getting punished for it so hard.
Yeah, some of these reactable overheads we've got here out in Grand Blue, you have to deal with the more anime pressure. Great, see, that's the exact time. that Junior A wants to be that parry, because now it's something you're going to get away with so much more on the defensive situation.
Yeah. What's funny is Toaster earlier was practicing, but not hitting the correct timing of the FSS RC/PRC OS.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think that does beat parry.
Does it?
I'm not sure. It might not actually, because it's a parry instead of a normal reversal super. And oh my goodness. His corner pressure from Junior A, the entire time we've been talking, Junior has been applying the pressure. Toaster gets out with a gold burst, but yeah, goes for the PRC because they're scared of the parry.
Yeah, just like a nice throw tech right there. Toaster trying to fight for their lives, but just opting for Blood Ender. I like that, being at that like high level 2.
Yeah.
And doing it again. Now giving you opportunities for BSU to pop up and pop that health bar down.
Yeah. And, okay, Anji's got the highest guts of the game, but I think even he cannot survive the Wazori Yuki, I believe it's called.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm not a weeb.
No one knows Strive move names.
No, that was Fukyo right there.
Yeah.
Into the Far Slash series and 2S, Fukyo.
I'm kind of sad no one can see that how much I prepared to learn all of the different Howling Metrons. Oh, great burst mate, but goes for the Charge Dust. Right. I think the Charge Dust can punish a burst if you block it correctly, but
it's just a much tighter timing.
Yeah, because it's what, minus 30 in block burst, Charge Dust 29 frames?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
That's not the most lenient timing, and getting punished for it so hard into super, gonna get the hard knockdown on the wall break.
Yeah, but also the thing is that super applying so many hits right there built that burst gauge up for this situation. So Toaster does get an opportunity like this to gold burst, and this is huge. Junior A has to be so precise with their defense. You can't get opened up just like that. You are dead.
And do you see the blood on Toaster there?
Yeah.
Literally going to pop next hit.
Yeah.
Calculated perfectly.
I mean, how many tens of thousands of hours has Toaster put on this character?
A lot.
They are like one of the premier Nagoriyukis out there. They have put in so much work to make like that timing on blood gauge work great. I love that goal. This is a micro decision, because we're in we call it that mid to late game strive now.
Yeah.
Where the player decisions realizing like actually gold burst is really good, and using it aggressively is beneficial, because you don't really get to burst in a lot of situations defensively, so might as well use it offensively, try to build that meter up, lead into more positive bonus to gain more meter.
Especially with characters like this who have so much defense, like you have the leniency to risk going for a gold burst. It's not the end of the world, especially because a whiffed gold burst only goes down to the normal amount of the burst gauge. It doesn't take the full thing like a whiffed blue burst does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Junior doing a really good job of, I think, constantly matching Toaster's adaptations. Because one thing that normally you point out with Toaster is how good they are always changing to their opponent's game plan. But I don't know, it just feels like Junior is always at that same step as them.
Another amazing 2P, but doesn't calculate the blood correctly.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter when you get a big 2H like that, being able to chunk that health down as much as possible. Pop with the chain shift, PRC back, here we go.
Oh, trying to get cheeky with the backdash in the corner, getting punished for it.
But misses the far slash link right there. It wasn't close enough for the close slash link either. So Toaster with a quick round to take, trying to tie this up 2-2 as quickly as possible.
Oh, great delay. The anti-here working out. Great 6P. Understanding at that range, the only option that actually hits from Anji is far slash, which will lose to 6P even on those minus frames.
Oh, big counter hit? Let's go. Yeah, I like that. Just keep him at the wall, because now you got to go for this tap dust into the super, and this guarantees you that kill right there. Junior A gonna take it 3-1. I always have to wait till that slash, because you never know. There's the amount of times that happens where it's like, oh, they have one pixel.
Yeah, I actually feel the exact same way. But these players know their damage ranges, and Junior A clearly just knows his stuff.
Yep.
Really good 3-1 set. A lot of really scrappy games, and Toaster obviously brought it close. Almost took that fourth game as well, but yeah. We saw so many of those spins through YRCs.
It was so good. Like, I was watching Junior A play previously in the tournament, and he's been doing that to literally every person the entire day.
Yeah.
It's just something I think they're very well practiced on, and obviously, especially in this kind of matchup where the Nagoriyuki really has to utilize those YRCs to get out of some of the Anji pressure sequences. Just being on point with that, just being like, okay, whoop, like, very, very, very good stuff from Junior A, but great stuff from Toaster as well. You know, like I said, I'll give Toaster the OS. They haven't been playing this game as much. This is not they aren't grinding this game like they were.
That's very true. Whenever I just think of Toaster though, and it's like Toaster was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go 0-2 in bracket. I haven't been playing." And
They-
it's like
they said that-
They say it every time, and it's never true.
They said that when they were the certifiable best player in the region.
I
Like,
know,
that's just their
I
mindset.
know.
When they say that, I just ignore them.
Exactly. Also, even if they haven't been playing the game too much recently, the total amount of hours that they have in this game is come on.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have to take a look at our top 8 as we kind of just jump right into it to get-go. So we just saw Junior A Toaster, but we've got Symbolist K20 coming up the other winner side. Shout out to Portland. And then we have Zoran and Audins. Shout out to Portland. On the first part of the movie side, and then we have Ankle Gator versus Gwyn Stylish.
Shout out to Tacoma.
Let's go Tacoma. Let's go Tacoma. Let's go the person who is responsible for all forms of hitbox discourse on Twitter.com.
Wait, really?
Ankle Gator?
Oh, Ankle Gator?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is very funny seeing Ankle Gator in the thumbnail of so many YouTube videos.
Yeah.
There was a period of maybe a month where it's just like you couldn't escape the ankle box on Twitter or YouTube or any platform.
I had people send me it who don't play fighting games.
Yeah.
That's how big, because it was like, look at this dude carrying what is essentially a bomb through an airport to get to Vegas.
He's got the doohickey that killed Shinzo Abe for his controller.
I want to go home. I want to go home. So Sim is sticking with Happy Chaos for this. I just never know with Sim, like who they're actually gonna play, right? I think for me, the Happy Chaos pick is almost the sign of respect. Like
I get that.
Like
I get
this
that.
is like, hey, I feel like you at least are a good enough player to deal with the shenanigans that I can just bring on Soul.
Yeah.
But with the Happy Chaos, it's like, okay, now we're playing Guilty Gear Strive TM.
That was the first time I ever fought in a big grand finals for Strive.
Yeah, I remember that.
I win game 1 against the Soul.
Immediate switch.
This MF comes out. Speaking of, we're seeing the pressure already.
Well, the thing is K20 is prepared for this, right? Like, last bonus round, having to go through the exact same thing, having to go through, other Happy Chaos as well that were in there, and as well as, like, I know I see them in other matchmaking discords constantly pinging and being able to get through that. It's a matchup you have to be prepared for at this stage of the game, and K20 doing a really good job utilizing all of Millia's movement options to try to get around.
I'm really surprised no super wall break there.
I think it may have been a misinput, because he just pulled out the gun. Like, it just did, like, flat, and Deus Ex Machina being on that same input.
I almost gave Symbolist the benefit of the doubt and said, like, oh, it was to not build too much burst, because that super builds a lot of burst, but... yeah, I think your explanation's more likely. The roll mix, again, blocks it, but the throw right after. No bullets, which is notable. Gets hit, though.
Yeah. And that's the big thing, is like Sim Happy Chaos is very, very aggressive on that bullet usage, right?
Yeah.
Like, it has its beneficial tools for why they're using it and whatnot, but it's kind of hard, especially with a character like Millia, who can kind of just maneuver around your gunshots sometimes and put you into a bad spot. Like that, whiffing that gunshot right at the very end, having to spend it and force a reload, which allowed K20 to come in, allowed to get this good corner carry.
Oh, it drops the combo, which means no disc. The disc is so important in this matchup.
But still making this matchup happen.
IB on the S disc. Burst bait not falling for it.
But with that burst bait not getting the big combo extension kill there, now allowing K20 to burst, wanting to be aggressive with it to keep themselves alive here.
Nice. Symbolist getting a bit over eager with that burst bait, maybe. I'm usually of the philosophy of just make them spend it.
I think this early in the tournament, or like in this match specifically, it's reasonable to do, right? Like, it's like, okay, what are your habits? Are you going to aggro burst? Are you going to try to do gold burst, stuff like this? Baiting that burst is it's information, and you have a game, to lose to information.
Absolutely. This is K20's big chance, though. No burst, obviously no reversal super.
Yeah.
Not able to make it happen, though. Symbolist just doing some honest blocking, the rarest thing in this game.
And doing some honest Deus Ex Machina confirms immediately
Extremely
afterwards.
honest.
Footsies! All right, here we go.
What's the mix? We actually haven't seen a single tap dust out of Symbolist this set.
I feel like it's something that you have to hold on to or use hyper frequently.
I agree.
Like, those are the only two options that you have for it. All right, now Sim doing a great job of just getting that extension. I like that, using air gun shots while burst baiting, still providing the corner carry, still providing that knockdown. Here we go. Good set. Oh.
Just the empty low. Disc set. I think this combo's going to do enough.
Yeah, as long as K20... Actually, no, this super carrying far enough to get the wall break.
Even low damage Milia able to do it with the help of the glass behind her.
Honest mid-tier Milia.
Honest mid-tier Milia. Against honest mid-tier Happy Chaos.
If your risk gauge is fully red, that just means you can drink a nice glass of fruit punch.
True.
It won't save you from dying, but it's quite refreshing.
Gets the throw. I'm always curious what Milia players go for here. Goes for the Turbo Fall mix.
It's every Milia player does something different, right?
Yeah.
Like I was just watching Bishop play their last match, and they were constantly just going for like basic high lows and then the most complex Capel setups I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But only that. Well, meanwhile, K20 needs that nice middle ground of like trying to keep the mix kind of complex to keep your opponent always on their toes.
That was wild. I mentioned earlier no tap dust. Maybe there was a good reason because the very first time Symbolist breaks it out, K20 immediately 2P mashes on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Gotta burst that. Going for the corner infinite. I'm realizing now not everyone calls it the infinite.
Yeah. Yeah, nice S-disc on the attempt right there.
Capel catches the air-to-air. More good corner pressure. Has to keep meter, or no. Symbolist has meter but low life.
Yeah, Curse applied though. This is a good start for Sim to try to make a big comeback and finds that roll cross-up right there.
That's all you need to get started.
Yep. And now you see that K20 is mashing on every attempt where a tap dust would normally come up.
Yep.
So I think you're going to see Sim now try to shift and like evading that out. Like you saw that there, but just constantly try to blow them up for it. Instead of trying to... Yeah.
Symbolist just way too on point playing around K20's defensive options. K20 did not trust his ability to block against Symbolist's offense and did every defensive technique in the book. Symbolist ready for all of them.
But you also saw like earlier on when they weren't. The roll mix-ups was coming through and they were just getting opened up by that left-right.
Yeah.
So I do think it's like, hey, I can't deal with this. I might as well mash out if I'm going to get hit to try to get some reward if they think that I'm thinking, Oh, there we go. Tap us once again. This time not getting mashed out, but the burst getting baited.
Oh, drops the wall slump. Big chance for K20. No concentration or bullets.
All right. Yeah, YRC comes through right on that press right there.
Oh, and gets hit by the 2D. Give Symbolist all the resources he'll need for this round.
Yeah, and getting a double reload off there, being with the delayed jump afterwards, it's just a bad situation. All cross, but great blocks on the tap dust right there. K20 making it happen in the JS conversion. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh good. Still has pressure, still has a lot of life in this round.
But Sim has no bullets, so you have to make this work without it. But you got
Basic Machina.
12 shots. This time I've got 12 shots.
2 guns. 12 shots. Great return fire from Symbolist there to take game 2, pun intended.
Yeah, his aim was true in that match. Like his goals were, their goals were set, and they knew exactly what they needed to do to try to make this happen. There we go, great the walk back on there on that pressure, not getting tossed out of it.
Blocks the Milia standing overhead, but understands the Capel counterplay going for the air throw.
There we go, sets it up. Again, yeah, I like that. I've been seeing a lot of Milia's, in the past, week or so of watching this character, because I knew I had to commentate it, using that JS as, a preemptive air-to-air tool, which is definitely, a change that you've been seeing in the past, bit of the Milia game plan, right?
I agree. It really reminds me of almost like a Smash Bros. Sort of nair in place.
You're
100.
You're 100. It's just like Foxbear.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Oh, gets caught trying to air dash.
But Sim didn't get the pickup on it right there. Wasn't able to find a big conversion and out of concentration.
That's such a scary situation. You finally got the Happy Chaos out of resources. You go for the standard Milia fuzzy jump, and Symbolist so ready.
Yeah. Well, how many times has Symbolist been in this situation versus a Milia in this bracket and had to deal with that fuzzy jump? It's a tool that you're going to have to be ready for if you're playing in PNW, just to be quite honest.
The corner infinite just keeps going. Symbolist blocking all of it, getting hit with a couple stray 2S's, but no significant damage out of it.
Great job. Yeah, go for the winger ender right there. Just maximize that damage to take that game right there to tie it up in this round.
This game has been so back and forth. I keep feeling like either player just looks like they're the stronger player at the moment, and then they'll just block out all of this insane mix.
Well, if you remember last bonus round, this was grand finals.
Yeah.
So like these are two people who are very clearly very skilled players, but that also just shows you the caliber of everybody else in this, that they're meeting this early in the tournament, right? So Haircar Ender, set the H disc. Nice, go for the delay YRC right there just to see what's happening, know what you have to deal with. The great 2K2D just set up that mix once again, opens them up with the dome. Now in a bad situation for Symbolist. Haircar!
That's such an aggressive option, but it works.
But the amount of times, like Happy Chaoses are always going to go for that early curse because they know the other player's going to try to do something. They're going to try to like run up, especially Millions will try to do like instant like I-80 forward.
It probably beats 2S as well.
Yeah, because it pulls you back and then goes for yeah.
Just some really smart matchup knowledge. Like you said, K20 knows this matchup very well.
Yeah, it's always very worrying as the Happy Chaos to like know that they can deal with this matchup. Great throw
Reversal
right there.
throw.
Yeah.
The Guilty Gear classic.
Guilty Gear? And the Guilty Gear classic right there bursting out of the Millia pressure, but they just run immediately back in to try to shut you down.
Yeah. Symbolist has all the resources he could ever need, but he doesn't have the screen space. The Nair in place. Throw. One more mix.
You're to see block, immediate YRC. Yeah, gets baited out right there. Toss back in. RC steady aims to close it out. You're having 100. You have 100 meter on deck. Like they're going to be burning it. Right there. It's something you have to be ready for.
That was not intentional.
Yeah, but K20 didn't get a big punish on it, so they were going to have to work a little bit harder this round instead of getting a great counter hit starter.
Just the punish here. That's one of those. It happens a lot where you go to 6P after being crossed up, and because you were holding down, you kind of spin the pad or the stick around, and you get a 2-1-4 instead of a 6P.
Yeah.
And you cry to yourself about it. Symbolist getting a good combo here. Tries to keep K20 stuck on the wall. This is a wall slump setup. Tap dust.
Oh, yeah, just quick into the Deus Ex Machina right there.
Yeah, tap dust, it launches you airborne, so you can't keep going for the same looping Oki.
That was a throw press right there.
Throw, yep.
Yeah. I saw that, but so did K20. Just immediately reverse out with the winger.
The first, like, metered reversal we've seen K20 basically this set.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is like we're seeing this so much in every single game, right? Where it's like, oh, this character has this one really good thing that you have to be worried about, but they're always using it right at the last moment, right when they need it to take over. And that's, I think, a big part of Strive. Tried to build the meter right at the very end, but was just at like 49, so couldn't get it once again. Haircar.
Yeah, and this time has the meter to convert into a full combo.
Yeah.
This might be enough.
No!
Drops the super.
Oh. Sim disconnected their controller. Yeah. I think they understood, like, yeah, you're supposed to get that. Like, I'm not gonna drive.
Of all the early controller unplugs I've seen in my life by accident, that's like the least, painful.
Yeah, and it's also a little bit of that, like, yeah, you got it. Like you didn't see them like immediately try to plug it back in or anything. It's just ready to, hurry up that match. Yeah, God, K20 was just keeping...
Also, did we note in that last clip, someone was holding start during that combo where K20 was, like, killing Symbolist? Like, there was the start bar loading.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. So it was either Sim or K20 just has, like, an extra hand coming out to all that stuff. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, great stuff from K20 here. Taking it on, going to be moving towards the winners finals. Going to be playing against Junior A now.
Yeah, and this is a big statement from K20, saying the last bonus round wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, like they were able to re-up their win, re-up the pressure, and we're now in what we're in Zoomer winners finals.
Yeah,
these are the two both Junior A and K20 were I feel like I really only saw them in the last. Where's that? Junior A I've seen for a while. They've been coming out to stuff.
Yeah.
They've been coming with Bishop from Bellingham and all that. But they didn't start, placing until, I want to say, 4 months ago. Realistically.
I agree. And yeah, both of these players now are so strong. K20, again, won the last bonus round,
yes.
right?
Yeah, won the last bonus round.
It on pace to maybe win this one. I mean, is there any tournament that this guy can't win?
I don't think...
Other than KYA?
I don't think they've won a Portland Punish. I don't think they won a Pro 1 event yet.
I'd say they didn't win the last KYA either.
Yeah.
K20 got upset by a very, like, handsome, player in losers.
Well,
reverse 3-0, in fact.
I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, and maybe Tickle, I'm not sure.
Was... I'm trying to think. I'm actually trying to think of other
G-Law, perhaps?
G-Law? Yo, the young...
Pink Rain.
The young Glaw?
I'm bringing out all the PNW Enos now. We're going back to early, what was it, like 2022 Strive when it was all Enos and Souls in this region?
Or we go back to even further when it was all the Exert Enos coming back to play a new version, then immediately quitting 2 weeks later.
Yeah, okay. Listen, that release Eno was
I mean,
she was non-functional.
Yeah, but she should have stayed that way.
It's insane to me that even with how bad that version of Eno was, Daru still got second at Evo. Daru's the GOAT.
I mean, yeah, that's what it is. Is Daru's just as cracked as he is jacked.
Speaking of GOATs, by the way, my Zato GOAT, along with Cosmic shoutouts, audience right here, incredibly long-time Zato player, dating back to years ago in Xrd.
Yeah, were they? I think they were an AC player as well, if I remember.
I think so. I mostly associate him with Xrd, but yeah,
it'd be the same.
Just loves the character, loves playing Zato, and you look at this guy's level in game. He plays a lot.
It's one of those like Zato didn't change super drastically within Strive compared to other ones. So Zato players, your fundamentals stayed the same, right?
Yeah.
And Audence is, I think, one of the clear examples of that. Always doing well, not making it out to offline events super consistently, but like I'm still terrified to see them at any point.
Oh, yeah.
But Zoran is another person who has one of these like newer players kind of showed up and then has just been dominating, just constantly thrashing people.
These Oregon players, they're too good.
It's the Oregon Zoomers.
It's
Oregon Zoomers.
It's the Oregon Zoomers versus the Bellingham Zoomers, the two opposite corners of the P&W.
Literally, it's the P&W parentheses Seattle region.
Yeah.
Oh, great. You got a trophy right there. Always good to see those pop up right here, and also seeing a great 2P pop up.
So good. Yeah, okay, so one thing you'll note a lot about Audience and the way he structures his pressure, not a big tap dust fan. He tries to use it, like you said earlier, very sparingly, only in the clutch moments.
Yep.
Really loves the flight mix, and mid-screen has some wild setups that you'll see.
Like you said, the flight mix is very reminiscent of liking old Zato, because that's like how you made that work. The tap dust is a very like Strive Zato idea, but Zoran not even allowing Audience to really get any kind of major pressure going, just constantly being like, I'm going to shut you down, and just defeat you with honest, I mean, I say like honest gameplay, like they weren't doing like crazy Kabari mix, they weren't doing like constant 30 Yozonsons in a row, right? It was just like, I'm just gonna play footsies and I'm gonna press you and I'm gonna use the big biking damage that I get.
They honestly utilize the aspect of biking that I think is like intended and often underutilized by the players, which is just her strong defense.
Yeah, she has incredibly strong defense, and then her reward of that defense is also like it's super crazy.
Daisuke gave her a 4-frame 5P for a reason.
Yeah.
And by God, Zoran's gonna use it.
Got to back it with the Uzanson, but unfortunately traded. Autumn didn't find that pickup and didn't spend the meter either to guarantee it, but the throw will.
Scary there with the counter hit. Biken's air-to-air conversions are insane.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, she's
running forward.
This is what this character's trying to do. Great burst over there from Audens at that right point where you need to do it. Oh, misses the full extension right there. So great.
The high BFD.
Yeah.
No Eddie, though, which means this combo's going to do no damage.
But that's fine. Like, you're willing to take that while being able to keep them in the corner, just utilizing your other good tools. And I'm trying to check him with that 5P, 2P, but Zoran already ready to press it, ready to IBFD it again on reaction.
Yeah. Zoran is just not getting punished for these 5Ps. They're working so well.
I mean, you find the right timing. Like Zato players very much want to always be pressing right there, right? They always want to be, like, continue that pressure, and they don't normally have to deal with characters who have a long-range low that can deal with that.
Oh, going for a fancy combo here. Gets the wall break without the assistance of Eddie. Huge. That was an Eddie-less combo, by the way.
Yeah. Because now you got to keep it all with this positive bonus right here, so you got to continue it going. Hit him with the Among Us at the wall.
Audience of any Zato I've ever seen, the biggest player in terms of focusing on hit confirming into that super.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, there's a lot of Zatos that I see that don't do that. They'll go for like sword out wall break the amount of times, and you just lose out on so much damage. And especially with Zato, you need to be capitalizing on that damage.
Yeah, I've even heard people call the 5H Among Us the audience.
So I'm calling it now. I'm calling a 5H Amorphous. That's the audience.
You gotta claim your basic hit confirms while you can, you know?
Well, you gotta get it early so that, you know, when 10 years down the line, when we're still playing Stride, it's like, oh, great Audens right there.
Yeah, barely survives even with Zato's non-existent guts and defense.
Go nice BRC forward, but just BRC's immediately back, still getting tossed out of the air.
And this is now kind of scary. Baiting the burst. One of the biggest strengths of Zato is ability to make both pressure and combos completely burst and YRC safe while still doing them.
I mean, I wasn't ready for that throw. I was not ready for that throw at all. I was waiting for like run up like 2P, run up like try to go for like the quick little hop, but
it's such a smart option because you know Zeron, when he's doing that fuzzy jump, is just blocking, right?
Yeah.
So you say, I don't need to anti-air you, I'll just get you.
I mean, that's classic gear, like just constantly trying to shut them down. But Zeron tried to keep the pressure up, but the parry got baited
into the immediate Amorphous. No chance to burst.
Yeah. Hit him with the Audens 2.0. It's far slash and
of course. Every hit confirm. Just, again, this guy's played the game for 10,000 hours. He's done every hit confirm possible.
And they're all named after.
His. They're all his.
Ogawa who? Ogawa who? All right. Oh, great. Yeah, like their use of pressing those far slashes in that situation. I've been so on point. That Amorphous wasn't ready for it. That was, I think, a little bit of an aggressive press.
Yeah, not an Audens.
Not an Audens.
Confirmed.
No. Here we go. Yes, that's it.
Kabari, but IBFD. It really seems like Audens just knows how to play around Viking's pressure with these consistent IBFDs on a variety of different strings.
Yeah, they tried to be playing around what Zeron was doing. Yeah.
Oh, this is even scarier. Four-way mix. Hold it again.
Yeah, and I like that. You just do micro dash, just try to bait out the burst if you can. But I think holding onto it that late is like the smart decision. And
it's so nice to have that burst in your pocket for this round.
Audience is also not a panic burster.
Agreed.
Like very historically, you see him play. They want to be using that. Gold burst is super effective, especially in this matchup where you kind of just sometimes have to accept that you're going to die if you get hit by the bike. And just like this,
such a long range 6P.
Here we go.
Escabari combo. This does so much damage.
Yeah, it does enough to kill right there.
Escabari is Viking's like optimal starter.
Is it really?
When you see the optimal Viking combos, you always want to route into Escabari because it means you can do just far slash 5H, far slash 5H, far slash 5H.
This is just like Leo White Fangs. This
exactly,
is just like Leo White Fangs. Yeah. All right. Good solid hit. Tried to parry, but the drill timing actually baiting it out and being able to land a hit. Couldn't get a big conversion, but that 2P coming in clutch to try to stop Zeron from being on the ground. But as soon as that happened again, it's like Zeron's just like, okay, I'm going to go to the air. I'm going to try to deal with you. I'm going to try to use my great air superiority that I do have.
Another 2P RC. You know, that is one option audience cannot lay claim to. Every Zato and their mother is doing 2P RC, 5P RC.
Oh, I mean, if it ain't broke. It's been good since 1.0. It'll be good until the end of time.
Yeah. Maybe they should fix it. Who knows?
Daisuke, listen to us, too. We're the experts.
Oh, the tether actually messing up audience route.
Yeah, and that's something that, like, you always have to be worried about the bike as, like, you're fighting the Viking player, right? Because so many routes just get accidentally blown up by tether. You don't realize. Great 6P right there to clash and just jump out of it to try to escape that corner. But audience has been doing a great job of getting Yozansen and then toss.
Run up.
Yeah.
Blocks the four-way mix again. Now in the corner, the throw mix is a lot less threatening, just because you don't have the option to cross up the way you do normally. Oh. Okay, now.
I like that, though. Using the gunshot to just snipe Eddie out of there, while at this low life total, is making your pressure a lot safer to get in there. And a great gold burst bait!
Doesn't bait that one. Audience has 50 meter on the board. BRC, not going to close it out!
Here we go, just having to jump out of it, but the air throw comes in right at the last moment for Audience and takes it 3-2.
Yeah. Audience knows the defensive option there from Zeron has been fuzzy super jump every time.
Every time.
And has started really calling it out there with the air throw, just the strongest option you can do to call it something like that.
I mean, like, Zeron didn't have the adjustments to that, right? They never found the count. Like, they did, but then they would always go back to it, but Audience was still ready for it right at the get-go. And that's the big thing. I think it's the big thing that really allowed audience to take it over. Zeron, they had those great confirms. They had those abilities to get those large damage pickups, but they couldn't lead out of the Zato pressure, which is why I think you need to make those comebacks.
Exactly. That first game, Zeron took really confidently. I think a big part of that was his ability to find the gaps in the pressure and successfully 5P and fuzzy jump out.
Yep.
But over time, we just saw audience get cleaner and cleaner with the pressure, giving few opportunities like that, going for a pose, and Zeron not really respecting it, just 5Ping into the oppose and getting punished for it.
In addition, we never really saw, I don't know, Zeron's parry usage was really, interesting. I felt like they were always, I don't know if it was just, audience being, more on point, quote-unquote.
Yeah.
Because, every time I saw parry, it was always, drill coming out and beating it, or some other delay option to beat it out instead of,
It's hard to parry versus Zato. It really is.
Yeah.
Just because Eddie's there, has so many good options to hit you even through the parry, and then also, it's just a character who's heavily incentivized to go for a throw already.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
So the parry becomes sort of just less effective as an option. It's something you need to represent because obviously they are going to go meaty close slash on you every once in a while.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. But yeah, good stuff from audience. Thank you, Zeron, for coming out, getting 7, representing. Let's go Oregon.
With a bracket this stack.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a result.
Element didn't even make top 8. I know obviously they're not playing as much, but they're still a very, very solid fighting game player.
Taters didn't make top 8. Mars didn't make top 8. A lot of great players didn't make top 8.
Yeah. But we do have our 2 players now up here. We've got known instigator, Ankle Gator, coming out with the Potemkin as their.
Honestly, low key, Gwen kind of an instigator as well.
Gwen is also an instigator, but Gwen's a funny instigator.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. And their Bridget has been insane. I was watching them play earlier through the bracket, and just their ability to constantly layer their pressure on top of each other, like Amelia does almost.
Yeah.
But utilizing just the good Bridget tools in addition to that, it's not something you see from every Bridget player. I think you see from a lot of the top Bridget players, but not every Bridget player is a top Bridget player,
Yeah, there were a lot of new Bridget players in the P&W, a sea of them swimming around, and who would rise to the top but Gwen?
Yeah.
Someone actually not from the P&W originally, moved here maybe 6 or 7 months ago.
Wait, was it really?
Yeah. I believe she's from, so it's somewhere in the east.
Huh. All right. I just assumed they were P&W. I assume, Seattle specifically.
Yeah.
The real P&W, depending on who you ask.
Well, Tacoma is almost Seattle, right?
Yeah,
So
I mean, Tacoma, Seattle, how Beaverton's Portland. I'm not going to go into semantics here.
Yeah.
Oh, tried to tap us right at the round start. I kind of get it because you see a lot of Bridges try to go for a yo-yo spin right there, and I think that does knock him out. But just didn't end up.
The butt slam.
Oh, Heat Knuckle coming in. And I think this is the big thing. Ankle is a known grappler player, right? It's
known grappler player.
But you look at every game they play. This is what they're playing.
You're saying it's a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. But it's their a lot of their core game plan is built around playing grapplers and anime grapplers specifically. So having access to those fundamentals helps a lot in matches like this, where they're trying to squirm all over the screen, hit them with the constant Bridget pressure.
Yeah. One of the things that makes Bridget pressure so frustrating to fight against, to me at least, is how quickly it builds meter.
Yes.
This character, it's like she has positive bonus all game.
Well, because she's always moving forward. Every single special she has moves her forward.
And it's specials, too.
Yeah.
Specials also build additional meter. What a burst bait.
Yeah, Gwen just getting those reads on point right now and getting these mixes on point as well. Just hit him with the crouching low no mix. We love to see it. RC, keep it going. Oh, my God.
Ankle just not having any life in this game yet.
Yeah, they haven't found opportunities like that to land these super, super big hits, which is really what they need to keep it going.
Yeah, the one saving grace for Paw in this matchup, he hits pretty hard.
Yeah, well, he hits hard, and Bridget, she's made of glass skin and paper bones, right?
Subpar defense, we'll call it.
Subpar health. No. Subpar health, because her defense is very good.
No, is it? Well, no, I meant defense the literal value in game.
Okay, yeah,
She's got a 1.17 defense value. The 2H. Okay, Gwen knows, right? In the corner like that, every pot player wants to press their plus on block back Mega Fist, runs up 2 H's in the sky and gets a massive counter hit damage.
Ankle had a great IBFD right there, but Gwyn like immediately recognizing it and re-challenging just like this to lead to a big route into a kill right here.
Yeah, I mean, can we also just point out how good Gwen's routing is? That was such a weird confirm to go for the long-range 5H into the yo-yo pulling back into keeping the combo going.
Yep, yeah. They have been on point with, like, weird confirms. And I think that's a big thing of why their Bridget is really good is because they're ready to find, whether it's not, like, you know, maybe the most optimal, but it's always land, consistent damage, knockdown.
Yep. That's the Bridget game plan.
Yeah.
And, okay, I saw the craziest route she was doing earlier today where she got a hit in the corner, takes him across the screen, takes him back, gets the wall stick. Like, the things that Bridget can do is unreal, and Gwen, she's unlocked that insane potential that the character has.
Oh, yeah. Once again, just solid hit, no big confirm. Like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just going to bait out your pot buster attempt right there.
5D RC doesn't need any fancy Bridget mix, just the Guilty Gear Strive classic.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to try hard when you're just like, oh, it's the time again. They're going to have a lot of health right here.
Oh, trying to go for a cheeky reset, but Gwen was so ready.
Oh, tap the star C once again. Keep it clean. Gwyn now up 2-0 really quickly.
Yeah, I just haven't seen anything really get started from Ankle Gator, and
it's hard.
The pressure they're rolling, the pressure it's so hard.
It's so hard. Like, you have to be on point against a mix constantly, and then ready for the options immediately afterwards that are going to be spread out to stop your own pressure. Yeah,
I don't want to take anything away from Gwen, but definitely a bit of a tier list gap in this matchup, maybe.
One or two spots, maybe three. Well, there's our time for tier list discussion.
True.
This isn't Twitter.
We'll save that for these players after the bracket.
The post-game interview. So what's your tier list? Oh my god, Gwyn now sitting match point here. Ankle really needs to make make a miracle on ice happen, right? Like, you have to try to find some way to be able to stop it. That's the start you're looking for, but they were ready for that, recognizing, oh, you don't have that, you're not doing that confirm, you're going to go for a throw here.
It felt like there was more damage on the table. You didn't have to go for a reset like that.
I think you do. I think you have to, like, get that damage because the pot buster leading to just more consistent Oki, I think, is the bigger thing that Ankle really needs.
Oh,
and you're
no,
in the air.
Airborne.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Not only does this character just, like, move well, they hit hard. They have good disjoints. They're constantly spaced away from you. She's always considered airborne, so you can never get, like, the quick pot buster, like, confirms within the gaps of those pressures.
Yeah. That, man, Gwen, I've been, playing against her a lot in brackets and seeing her play a lot, and this is the best I've ever seen her play.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, today
absolutely,
she's on fire.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And you see just once again, like, just always solid, like, I have this hit, I'm gonna, like, blow you up for it and immediately confirm into whatever kills you the easiest, which is, I think, a very good thing, especially in the loser side of the tournament, where you're going to have to be playing, like, double the matches to just get back to that grand final spot.
And watching back these replays and thinking about the set, I can't think of a single time I saw a drop or a missed confirm or a messed up Oki or anything from Gwen. It was so clean.
There was like one or there's like a handful that happened, but it was like, oh, misconfirm, but the button you missed the confirm with actually just leads into hard knockdown.
Yeah, well, that's the power of Bridget.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you didn't get like the big confirm, but you're always at least getting mix. You're always at least getting, some kind of a big Okizeme that you confirm. But here we are now in the winners finals.
Winners finals. Now, okay. Some people may not know how much Junior A has played this matchup.
Once or twice.
Junior A, for a year of Bellingham locals, played against Bishop, other very strong DNW Amelia.
9th place, only losing to Gwyn in a 3-2 last round, last touch, like, scramble situation. Like, it was very, very close. Like, Bishop is a very, very strong player that we have here, and is part of the reason that Junior A is this good. Like, this is the person that you're having to get to try to,
those two played in every single Bellingham Grand Finals for a year. Just week after week, Junior A was fighting the army of Zoomer Amelias.
Yeah, and like, you have to know how to be able to stop it. And K20, I think, being the the peak of the Zoomermillia so far, at least like in PNW, being the one who's really risen, I think, to the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
I'm not calling Bishop a Zoomermillia because Bishop's been playing that character for like a decade and a
Yeah.
half.
Do you consider Taters a Zoomermillia?
No, because Taters was around like before. It was like if you were around before like everyone quit Stride.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
that's when that's that Zoomer
Okay,
cutoff.
okay,
And then you saw like the people who really started rolling through after like Plantain Poppy is
Yeah.
one of those people where I think
Exactly.
like they were around. Like, I obviously saw them at like locals and stuff, but they didn't really start like popping off until like after I think a lot of the like bigger players sort of like stopped.
I really love seeing the Zoomers in this game because as cool as it is to have a lot of strong legacy gear players or legacy anime players doing well in a game, having players where this is their first game is kind of sick.
It's always great. It's these people who are also like they're sticking to it. They're not
Exactly.
they're not just jumping to whatever the new hotness is. You know, like some of these people, you know, trying out like the 6 and whatnot. But these are also the people who are like, oh yeah, you know, I did that, but this is the game I want to play. This is what I want to do. And Junior A is off to the races with what they want to do here, trying to bait those bursts out, but it's not going to come out from K20.
Yeah, Junior A is so ready to go for the anti there. Favorably training with Capel using the JD.
Yep.
You're seeing the matchup expertise coming out right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for him, like K20's end, because I know they do play with an Anji as well, but the Anji is definitely not at the level of Junior A.
We were talking about this the other day in Discord. Junior A might be the best West Coast Anji.
Well, if you're like a normal sane person and don't include Texas as West Coast, 100%, 100%. Because I mean, just like
I don't know. I love playing West Coast to Texas in every netplay bracket.
So anyways, like the only other Anji that like you really had that was up that level was one Bedman player.
GC Yoshi.
Yeah.
Well, and Adventure.
Yeah, and Adventure, but they both made the shifts to other characters
Yeah.
at the point. So that's a big thing. Honest foot rollback?
I love
Rollback?
my honest footsies.
That was away.
what was
What?
the combo?
What was that? This is why we can't have Zoomers playing each other in the same guy. They're just memeing too hard. One of them's gonna come up with a new Aussie word at the end of this. Like,
oh, but you can't punish the Goldberg because you're too far away.
yeah. Oh, great 6P to just like shut down the early attempt.
The JD, no confirm.
But 2P.
The old reliable.
The old reliable. Talk to the fan.
Okay. Junior A, on hit, on drop confirm, on defense, on offense, pressing 2P.
I wish I got that recording of you in earlier bracket where you were just imitating the 2P for like a minute.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh,
the spin. Okay, that's such an interesting scenario because when you activate it with a low recovery move, it is just an RPS between strike, backdash, and throw.
Yeah.
And it's hard to beat an Anji because Anji fights those scenarios a lot more than you do.
Well, and especially someone like K20 who you see not even audibling for RPS situations with Amelia. They are very consistently just like, I'm going to just play neutral and then try to shut you down just like this.
Exactly. Doing the backdash JS.
Yeah.
The super jump over JH.
And if you try to approach, they're just going to run away. They're going to like immediately change up their game plan and try to stay safe.
You got to know how to deal with the infinite.
Well, how for the audience at home do you deal with it?
So when Millie is doing those strings of JH, JD, Capel in the corner, you can actually FD your back and then air throw in between the JD and the Capel. Some players will gaslight you and tell you you can do a 2K under the Capel. Ignore that nonsense. Oh my goodness.
I feel like you have some experience with that.
Maybe.
Advice, maybe once or twice. All right. We go great FD just to immediately try to space out that pressure but not give them the result they're looking for. All right, Estes PRC going for the mix. Didn't block the overhead.
Has 100 meter on deck.
That's so good.
That's a
so
Junior
good.
A signature mix. He loves to go for the overset head and then fast PRC lower throw.
I mean, it's so good. Like
Yeah.
I mean, how many characters are doing that? Like with other
Exactly.
tools, but
Yeah.
it's not something you see from Anji because it's like a lot of inputs at the same time. But
I feel very honored that Junior A now shows me the respect where he does the fast PRC and then shimmies to bait the throw tech.
doesn't even strike, shimmies.
Yeah, literally.
All right,
Blocks the overhead.
Yeah, but just fast RC, keep it safe, try to open them up if they were trying to press afterwards. Oh. K20's just use of delay air dash to open up with people over like overhead has been so on point.
Ooh. Thought he got a wall stick, but clearly didn't.
It was just slightly off the ground, so it's one of those, it's like if you're like just looking for a head placement or something, it can be hard to recognize.
Oh, just autopiloting into the string, not getting a huge confirm that he could have gotten.
Yeah,
oh no, looking like Bike in here. The air-to-air confirms. We talked earlier about Bridget always having meter. Anji also kind of always has meter this patch.
Well, especially with how Junior A plays. Like,
Yes.
you see them always, like, using those special moves and utilizing any kind of forward momentum they have to try to make stuff happen. But K20 now shifting to adding the throw mix in there, which is going to, I think, really, like, put all that layers on Junior A's mental stack.
Goes for a creative setup, but Junior A able to block it. Not able to block that empty low or that air dash over.
There we go.
Oh, the same side?
I totally thought that crossed up. I was like, oh yeah, just going for cross up right there.
I was warming up with K20 yesterday. He did it to me 5 times. I still got hit.
Yeah,
I
no.
still got hit. It crossed up. Are you kidding me?
It was like, whoop, just select tool, drag him back over there. Do it again. No, this time we're just going low, forces the burst out.
Oh, great air to air. Keeps the corner, but fuzzy jump out successful.
Yeah. And spin coming through there, but just backdashing out of that RPS situation. But having to hold the
the fast RC low into the turbo full cross up. Anji has so much health, he's still alive.
That's that Japanese guts right there, but it doesn't last forever. Now good blocks, S-Disc. Ooh! What a great, like, that 6K was so good from K20, and even, like, recognizing it from Junior A's perspective and being like, oh, they're going to do something here, but just not pulling out that right option.
Yeah.
But just FD space meant like, okay, your press will be able to throw you out for it. Like, that was so good right there from both players.
Oh, gold burst.
Yeah. And it's always good to gold burst and then just be like your opponent's blue burst back.
Yeah, it feels so bad as the person who does the blue burst.
Yeah. But K20 tried to make that meter add up quickly.
On the same side.
Dak, check the controller. Check the controller. Yeah, dash winger right there, just guarantee all those hits. But
yeah, and we saw this early gold burst from Junior. He still didn't spend a single bit of that meter.
No, okay. I assumed they were going to go for the parry right there.
Parry PRC is a scary option in this scenario.
Well, we've just seen so much from K20 that whenever they get a wall break, they are always just immediately pressing. They're not trying to do delay stuff because they're not worrying about it. And generally hasn't had the meter to worry about it, but getting into those habits is something you can really use to blow it up. There we go. You're never ready for it. You're never ready for it.
Both these characters just have unreal mix. Who would have thought we'd be saying this about young Anji?
I mean, that's what but his mix is different. His mix is like, it's Anji mix.
Yeah. It's also so good because one of the biggest buff they gave to this character by far of all the buffs. Wow, perfect by the way.
Yeah.
The biggest buff they gave to them all is being able to no cancel that Fujin now.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Junior A made such good use of it there. Just keeping in the corner, the threat of the low and the overhead and the PRC shenanigans, paralyzing K20 in place and giving Junior A an insanely convincing final game.
Yeah, I mean, like, you took the words out of my mouth, to be quite honest. So, yeah, Junior A just really, really solid right there. I personally, I'm very impressed to see this. Like, I always love, as somebody who sits on the sidelines, sits back here for a lot of this, seeing these players grow from being the, like, 2-2ers that they've been for, a while to now being you're sitting in winner's final, the winner's side for grand finals.
Yeah, I can distinctly remember it was actually last bonus round summer camp.
Yeah, a year ago.
I fought Junior A in pools round 2, and I remember I see Junior A, Anji, and I'm like, don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Now, this guy's beating me 3 brackets in a row. Double eliminated me last time. He's so good. He's in winner's final. He's in winner's final grand.
They lost last summer camp, and they were like, never again. I can't let that happen. I have to get back to this point. But, K20 tried to get the run back from the previous bonus round, trying to, show that, hey, I can get 2 in a row. But they're at least walking out of here with third, which is nothing short to say.
At least third.
Yes, at least third. Like,
I would not be shocked to see K20 back in the grand finals. Going to be fighting the winner of, I believe it has to win a couple losers match, right?
Yeah. So let me, I got the bracket right up here. So we have Symbols and Audience having to play each other. And then we also have Odd Toaster and Gwyn Stylish. So we're getting Sim and Audience first, I believe. So I don't. You have to go through like Sim audience is so interesting, right? Like we saw Sim like kind of get defeated towards the end of their match versus K20, right? Just being
Absolutely.
like, well, this is this is Guilty Gear Strive. This is what happens, and I'll just like Sim's an emotional player, right? That's just sort of how they are, and they can kind of let those momentums carry them through to other sets. Audience is not someone you can allow to get your goat from the get-go.
That's very true. That's very true.
Because they will capitalize on it and they will punish you accordingly.
I do think, depending on who Symbolist plays, might be in for a pretty favorable matchup when Happy Chaos Zato. Famously, you might remember, Symbolist's sort of biggest like national level showing was winning the West Coast Arc Revo qualifiers to get to the Arc Revo finals last year. That was him playing Happy Chaos over Jonathan Tanay Zato.
Yeah. What that was? That was 2 years ago.
That was 2
2021.
years ago?
2021.
Time's moving too fast. Can we slow it down, Savvy?
No, we can't because we got season 3 announcements coming in a little bit.
That's true.
It's a little bit. Stay tuned.
You going to Evo?
Not going to Evo.
I'm also not going to.
That's RPS right there. We just RPS right there. It's players can't live with them. Can't live with them. I actually. Okay, they are gonna go Happy Chaos.
Yeah.
I had a thought of like maybe they go Soul here. Maybe it's just like I'm not on winner side. Might as well try to have fun for a couple games or something. But you do have to respect the player.
I think Symbolist really thinks there is a notable difference in how easy it is to fight Zato between his two characters. I remember there was a Seattle skirmish.
Yeah.
Or Seattle Strivers, sorry. Long time ago. Same venue. A Seattle Strivers between these two players in Grand Finals. Symbolist played Soul every single round of that bracket until he got to Grand Finals. Played only Happy Chaos in the Grand Finals.
That makes sense.
And in that Grand Finals,
Audience
6 out of
They did that like last bonus round. It was until they fought Toaster, played Soul one round, and then switched over to playing Happy Chaos. So like I said earlier, it's a sign of respect. Like, hey, I understand that you're good enough, or your character is like good enough to deal with what I want to be doing on the character I like. I want to play the character that I can win with.
Absolutely. And Happy Chaos is a character that can do it.
Early Eddie pressure though, just forcing Sim to back dash away into the corner, but gets the JP confirms. But audience recognizing early, showing, hey, I can block the roll mix, but you can't block double roll mix.
Ooh, and we noted in the last set the audience played is IBFDs are really good. That tool is amazing against this character because it negates the roll mix that he can do afterwards.
Yes, 100%. And it's like, but Sim is also one who's very good at changing their pressure by just like a handful of frames when they need to, if they think you're going to be going for those IBFDs. All right, good tap does right there to just get a quick little confirm.
Bring it out early in the first round, and it's going to make it go Symbolist's way. Still has burst too. Might need to use it, but can't use it on that combo.
Yeah, it's really hard to use burst like in this match, especially as Happy Chaos, right? Like, because you have to use that as like your one defensive option. But great
It is
burst.
going to work. It is going to work here.
Yeah.
It's so important as a defensive option. It's so important.
Yeah. And being able to recognize like or show early like, hey, I'm going to be able to burst your delay timing or your amorphous timing right there because you do have a very, very tight gap to do it.
Another tap dust into the wall slumps. Just keep them locked in the corner. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Until you can't anymore with this BRC. Trying to get him to bait out a throw right there. Didn't go for the Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah,
just guaranteed
I'm
the
a
wall.
bit surprised at that as well. Immediate YRC.
All right, burst baited though, so yeah, still able to close it out right at the very end. But yeah, I'm surprised he's just not going for the Deus Ex, not even going for install charge to try to just like get something.
My assumption, he just wasn't ready for the wall stick to happen at that moment.
True, true. That is true because there was a lot of wall damage on there.
Yeah,
like.
it can be hard to remember the amount of health the wall has. Like when you've done 8 wall stick combos, and yeah, I mean, Symbolist, they're an expert at the character. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, it's just a weird, scrappy situation.
But here we are, tried to keep it going. This time finds the shot in the air like Duck Hunt.
Hit him with it. It seems like Symbolist is intentionally choosing. They're saying, even though it's not a wall slump, I'd rather just keep you here.
And honestly, that's fair because like you're also not seeing audience go for forward techs out because they're not trying to get those preemptive like air to airs that a lot of people will go for when that happens. Just up tech and try to like fly out or something.
The other nice thing is that when you have curse on you, even when you forward tech, the gun will still track you.
Yep.
So you're still kind of in an annoying situation as the defender.
But you're in a great situation for those kinds of hit confirms the audience is really known for. Getting the perfect right there, even.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and you get to see it right there. The Zato pressure is so strong, does an aerial that's much too high on block.
Oh, that was a super great like low toadstool to try to mix up the high-low right there. The audience finding a burst out of it, and now the Eddie Pierce coming through from the bottom, and oh my god, that was almost an insane pickup.
Goes for the BRC just to guarantee the wall stomp, get all the resources back, and keep audience stuck in the corner. Not reacting to this tap dust.
Oh, that's tough.
They actually didn't have bullets when they did that.
Oh, I know. I thought they had one.
Did they? I thought
They
they had to
had one.
reload to get the last one.
No, they had one bullet right there. They just did the stare down, let them wall slip out of it, and then.
You know, you're so used to the gunshot being there that you almost don't have to do it. I know, infamously, Tiger Pop, #1 Happy Chaos from EMEA, has said he'll do tap dust on block and then just not shoot the gun because like they're not gonna press.
Yeah, exactly.
Audience, I love the use of super jump in neutral to avoid the curse.
Yes, that's not something you see from a lot of players. Like even really, like a lot of people are just like willing to like take it and then deal with the pressure afterwards. But audience does a very great job of trying to stop Heavy Chaos, but knocking out a BRC startup right there, them trying to escape.
Oh, the gunshots! What was that? An RNG gunshot? Twitter detectives, let me know.
Yeah. Send this to the Happy Chaos Discord. Let them tell us. All right, in negative penalty this one.
Just running across the screen.
They're trying to have fun with it. They're like, yeah, I know what's going on. I know this Deus Ex Machina is coming out.
Yep. Even after all that danger, still has enough meter to use the Deus Ex Machina.
Yep. There you go. Nice BRC just trying to get a screen pause, figure out what's happening and what they need to do, but found an ability to press.
Doesn't dodge the curse that time. Scary situation. Has the BRC. What a pickup too.
Flight mix into the command grab. I want to say, like, audiences' BRCs are also... you see a lot of people go for those BRCs and still sometimes get blown up for it, but they're always utilizing, like, instant jump up BRC to just prevent a lot of options from happening.
Oh, the burst fade! Break the law! Break his heart! Oh, yeah, that's something Jonathan Tanay really pioneered. The sort of fuzzy jump up, BRC back down.
Yeah.
Something that he was super known for. Audience also making great use of it.
I mean, it's a good tool, and, like, audience made work of it in these rounds right here.
They're hanging on by a pixel.
Yeah. Oh, that?
That's a
pose. That was a
It's
pose. It was a pose. Okay, I was like, no way, there's no way the
yeah.
JD clipped like that, but then I saw the Hydras. Like,
a pose is a strong move. It turns out a button that makes you invincible is pretty good.
No. My DPs make me invincible. Why do I still get died?
That's true. That's true.
Why don't I just run up DP every time I'm invincible and moving forward?
Break the law to steal back center screen.
There we go. On these JHs. And really making it work. The audience is just now keeping it kind of basic. Like, not trying to do anything super crazy with their auto pressure being like 2S. Hit you with Frog, are you going to get hit by this? Do you think I'm doing something else? Yes or no? Well, let's find out. YRC get out.
YRC successful, and this is Symbolist's chance. Roll mix blocked. YRC back from audience.
Yeah. Getting that opposed to come out to just be able to completely shut them down from that pressure.
The opposed is so strong there, and if you have 50 meter, you can do what Symbolist was trying to do there with the 2P RC, but didn't have any meter to RC there, and so he's just going to have all those moves eaten up. Roll mix into the throw.
So one thing that was like small right there is you saw him actually go for the taco setup, the cross-up jump, but did it super delayed, so it actually hit the ground before and recovered in time. And I think that's how why audience got hit right there.
Oh wow! Goes for the BRC fuzzy overhead setup and showing a lot of respect for audience by just going for a low.
Yeah,
saying I know you know.
Let's just move past this.
Yeah.
Let's get hit by my far slash right here. Yeah, good burst. Had that one of the few opportunities that you
just
can.
Jumps over it. Symbolist doing a great job of mixing up the defense and the aggression.
Did not have enough concentration, though, after that that RC right there. So now has to be forced to use Burst to get all the Eddy pressure off. 2D wasn't close enough to connect that max range 2K.
This is big. Flight mix. Not going to go for any high load, just refilling the Eddy meter. Just keeping this corner pressure going.
Yeah, and on the fuzzy jump out attempt right there, just great BRC 5P. Going to get a big confirm off of this.
Is it enough?
It's not enough right there. Don't have the meter for it, but you will have the rolls right there.
Wow. Incredible work. You could see how hard audience was trying to bait the YRC from Symbolist.
Yep.
They just never gave it to him. And the second the pressure let up, BRC, 5P, you're done.
Yeah.
That's just incredible defense.
It really is like yeah, like the audience is just on point at that. I mean, they were on point except for the times they weren't, except for when Sim was able to. Honestly, like the little bit of weirder play that you saw Sim doing, like over those consistent slumps, going for like less consistent confirms or like the hold steady games right there, I think kind of threw audience off and was like, oh, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with the happy chaos that's not trying to do the happy chaos, right?
Yeah. Audience showed early that his ability to play around the standard timings were really good with his IBFTs.
Yep.
But Symbolist so quick to recognize it, adjust their offensive timings, and we never saw another IBFT after that initial, set of 3 in the first game or so.
You just couldn't. You just could not do it anymore. So that'll be Symbolist moving on forward, and they will be playing the winner of Odd Toaster and Gwyn Stylish.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's still weird, always weird for me to see Toaster in the loser side this early. Like it's one of those that's just like, I know what you can do. Like, I know what you can do, but you're not like you're not grinding as hard as you were.
Yeah.
So I get it.
They're on Team Valorant.
Are they in the Valorant channel?
Oh, they're like the #1 biggest Valorant player of all of them. That being said, we did see a Valorant player win Grand Blue earlier today. So who knows?
No, that's a Dota 2 player.
No. Zom hasn't played Dota 2 in a long time. He's a Valorant player now.
You know what? True. Wait, no, that's not true. I think they were playing with Shuabu, actually.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I think they were playing like with the new updates.
Yeah,
Shuabu
is a huge Dota 2 player. That's
Shout
true,
out to
that's
Jared.
true. Yeah. Shoutouts to the all the non-PNW invaders.
What's Callisto in the Discord?
Okay, there's actually like you don't cover your ears if you care about the sanctity of regional discords. There's like 8 Chicago players, and it's always so funny when they talk amongst themselves when it's like 5 a.m. our time, like 7 a.m. their time. They're the only ones talking. It's all the East Coasters in the Grand Blue channel.
You know who I talk to in Air Dashers the most? Trade War.
Yes. Well, Trade War's the homie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hugh J.
And the shout outs to the start of this game right here. Toaster just backing off away like early on from Gwyn, and then Gwyn now having to force out that burst to get out of the pressure, but the 2H whiff forcing Toaster to use their own to try to keep that corner.
Wow, great blocks, but gets the throw in.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can tell a player is so focused on being able to correctly fuzzy those timings. I don't think it's gonna hit.
Yeah, they were I think Toaster just did that reaction a little too early because they weren't committed to the forward drift yet. They still had opportunity to go for the break.
Oh, not even spending the RC there. Great block on the fast RC low. That is such a hard thing to react to. But another successful tap dust. Gwyn, she really likes using it, and it's worked every single time.
Well, yeah, it's a really good tool, and you have so much to cover it with Bridget as well.
Yeah, bit of a combo drop there. It is tough to combo the heavyweight character.
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%. See now.
I'm really surprised 2H went out like that.
Yeah, and then just gets the 2H right there. Needs to get that blood gauge down a lot because they do have to be worried about
They're spending a lot of blood here.
I mean, you have to. Like, we've seen Gwyn is just like very willing to just like sit back and hold down back against a lot of what you're doing. RC tapped us after the far side.
I can do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toaster is someone who is an expert at managing blood.
Oh, yeah.
Actually doing the math in their head on every special.
I don't believe that for a second. I think they just kind of like have the right vibes.
Just that's played enough, you just know.
No, not even played enough. It's just like yeah, this is good. And then it's like the exact decimal number they need.
Yeah.
The Rain Man of Nagoriyuki's.
Yeah. Toaster really wants to get even a single block bar slash to be able to unlock those more powerful specials, but Gwen not looking to give them a chance to do that at all. So much pressure, not going to get enough meter for a super wall break though. The Toaster barely alive. Has to make through a full life bar of Bridget on just a pixel.
Oh,
that's the start, but doesn't have the blood to keep going. And
oh, yeah. I do respect that though. Just like go for it and then try to see if they like run in on you preemptively, like, and don't have that timing right.
It's also so tough because you want to go for the combo that gets your blood down, but if you spend the blood and then she bursts, like you lose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. 100%. Great 6P on the back dash.
Yeah. Intentional 6P there for sure.
No, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say that's intentional. It's footsies. That's footsies right there with a good wake up DP over there.
That's the Guilty Gear footsies I know and love.
This is the real anime Street Fighter that's happening.
Yeah, block this mix. Blocks all of the yo-yo mix, but can't block the tap dust.
Oh, great BSU to come out after that PRC attempt right there. Going to be able to keep that blood gauge down and now force Gwen to hold all this pressure.
Yeah. Recognize Gwen was just holding down back maybe a bit too much.
Yeah.
Goes for the sort of cheeky Fukio forward option that is just a reaction check. But it's a hard one. And one thing that I think Street Fighter 6 recently has shown us is that like reaction checks work, okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When you got to worry about 18 other specials, it works.
Oh, great PRC after that throw right there to keep themselves safe.
And also good recognition to go for the non-greedy option with the throw rather than a BSU because it's 7 frames opposed to 2, it wouldn't be fast enough. What is this confirmed?
What? Gwen creating the combo video mid-tournament right there. Oh my god.
Saying, I gotta get those highlights in.
Yeah. And you see, they're even bobbing their head afterwards. Like, yeah, I hit that.
I know I'm sick. I know I'm sick.
I'm godlike. But Toaster's trying to kill a god right here. Bloodsucking Universe coming out. Oh, great 2K mash.
Still the hope back in the corner. Gets out finally. Fades the burst. Still have a lot of health and meter to go through.
But you're slowly getting it up, and that blood gauge now being peaked pretty high into that level 3. It's always hard to deal with. Yeah. Are you moving forward close enough? Nope, but you will get counter hit here.
We've seen Toaster twice now go for those reverse supers in pivotal moments, and both times Gwen just on the other side of the screen, just chilling, living her best life.
Well, Jury level 3 like is a gap closer, right? So that's that mindset. Like Toaster, that I think they're using those like a lot of the Street Fighter specials. That's most of what they've been playing, right? Those supers on Jury push you forward.
Honestly, I think Toaster's barely been playing Street Fighter. They've just been playing Valorant and Valorant.
When I see them playing fighting games, I see them playing Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
Like out of everything. So.
Wow. I'll be honest, I might have needed the Street Fighter channel, so.
Understandable. 2-8 with no big pop confirm off of it. Still with full meter though, so you can try to make a lot happen. PRC though.
Doesn't react in time.
Yeah.
And Gwen, again, another weird confirm that she just makes work.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do when you're trying to become the Scramble Goddess. Like, that's how you make those wins. That's how you create those situations, and that's how you get the party started. Good toss.
Reversal throw. Only a character like Nago has the throw range to do that. Plus on block Scooter.
There we go. Getting some JPs in. RC coming out. Now, the throw whiffs. You don't have that Nago throw range. Take this combo.
Yeah, big blood drain too. Goes for a greedy option and burst whiffs again. It kind of seems like inexperience almost. There are points when you can guaranteed burst a Bridget during her combo, and Toaster's not finding them.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. That is like, there is, I think, a little bit of that matchup knowledge that's like missing on there. But Gwen also hasn't been like pushing that matchup knowledge, right? They just just been playing as Toaster knows the counterplay instead of just running that game plan over and over.
To me, the big like matchup experience check is Rock the Baby.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Big BRC combo gets 3 glow slashes in. Cross up to get the corner back on her side.
Sets it up. And you're still getting such good reward off those hits without even needing those wall breaks.
Yeah. Like I said, she already has positive bonus. She doesn't need the wall break.
Hey, true. Yeah, I like that. Trying to get him to fan out, trying to get him to match that super once again. But the basic press confirmed right there.
Yeah.
Gwyn stylish,
my
taking it
goodness.
3-0 over Toaster.
Taking it stylish fashion.
Yeah. No, those combos were stylish.
Those were sick. You could hear the crowd in the back just
Like, I could barely.
oohing and awing as Gwen's like, another day in the office.
Yeah.
I do this every day.
I need to see that backwards hit combo again.
Yeah.
That's the thing I need out of this replay, out of everything. That was insane. Here we go. Like, yeah, like Toaster had like really good pressure early on, but as soon as like Gwyn got any kind of like good read on them, it was so hard for them to make anything happen here.
Yeah, it's crazy because Toaster's just such a strong player. 3-0ing them.
Yeah.
Like that's big. That's a statement.
That is no, it's
If I'm fighting Gwen next, I'm terrified.
if I was fighting them before, I'm terrified. Like, it's something that you're gonna have to be like, so many are gonna be worried about in the future coming into these bonus round events, right? Like, hey, I'm putting in the work, I'm putting in the time. You got to deal with what I'm bringing. And that's what Symbolist has got to deal with down to losers finals.
I love seeing this bracket here because we have so many of the new generation of top PNW Strive players. Gwen Stylish, Junior A, K20. Who else do we see? All reliable Symbolist.
But they're not. They're knocking those people down. They're knocking them down.
they
Like,
are.
even before top 8, they're knocking those players out and being like, "No, you don't got to deal with that. It's our time to shine. You got to deal with the Zoomer mix-up agenda that's coming out."
I said this the other week, but to me, regardless of how the meta shifts and how players rise and fall, Symbolist is the PNW Strive final boss.
They really are.
I think
they really
are.
Yeah. No, I totally get what you mean, but at the same time, like, you're seeing them shift off into other games, wanting to look at other stuff.
Absolutely.
And that might change where you see Sim like being the final boss, but then being just, the floor boss, and then the new final boss arises. But we'll have to see what can happen there as Sim tries to move it back.
Yeah. Has to use burst to get that pressure and cannot cancel the steady aim in time. Doesn't block the fuzzy overhead.
You had a great backdash, though, on that pressure. Now showing that, hey, I know how to deal with your shenanigans. I know that kind of pressure you're doing. This is what you're going to have to deal with. And this is now where we're going to see Gwyn really evolve their game plan, really try to change things up as they deal with the Happy Chaos. Great 2K to get the party started.
Symbolist just a phenomenal and experienced Guilty Gear Strive player and knows that corner backdash is broken.
Yeah.
As any good experienced Strive player should.
Now, these 2K checks have been on point from Gwyn so far. This entire thing just like always being like, knockdown, yo-yo set, hit you with it. And Sim has been counterplaying like almost every mix opportunity, but still just going back to neutral and then dealing fine. 2K, hit, do it again.
She's got the fabled DLC 2K, a 5-framer as well.
It really is the DLC 2K.
It's like Axel's 2K, basically.
Yeah.
Another back throw. We saw the only mileage Symbolist really got last round was off that.
But just DPs. Gwyn has no fear to DP. She has been hitting that so consistently against everyone so far on stream.
I mean, if they can't block it, why stop?
Yeah, true.
I like that too, just forcing out the burst. Now in a one-hit game, and Bridget has the tools to contest Happy Chaos zoning so effectively. Oh, the 2K again!
Yeah, you can see Sim just not like, okay, yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
You're able to challenge me. You're able to stop me from doing like, the Happy Chaos stuff. I've got to do something about it. And even them just being like, yeah, no.
Also worth pointing out, in my opinion, that last game was one off chip damage.
It was. Yeah,
It was
you're right.
chip
You're right.
Oh, great 6P from both players.
Oh
But
yeah.
I love Gwen's willingness to do this.
And just keep doing it again and again. Great 5B though from Symbolist right there. Oh,
just good
yeah.
talk.
Too far to get your wall slump shenanigans started. Might as well hit him with the bullets.
Just steal, 30%, leave him at a pixel, get a hard knockdown.
And then just make him hold the gun.
Yeah, it doesn't even go for the super concentration yet.
Well, I think it's reasonable, right? Like, it forces them to burn that meter a little bit earlier, because then when they try to stay up close like that, you get that quick 2B confirm.
Yeah, Symbolist, a master of understanding the meter that they'll get in positive bonus and not spending it until they know I still got the 50 on deck if I need it.
Exactly. Great backdash, not getting bolted by that tap dust right there at that very max range spacing. Oh, but Sim not able to block the low mix after they even trying to FD them out. They were still able to crack that can open.
Those are all gapless, by the way. All those mixes, gapless.
And I blocked them all, every single one.
Of course.
Look, I'm undefeated against Gwyn. What can I say?
You know what's funny? I actually am too. But for me, it means something.
There you go. Oh, great
great
YRC.
YRC.
And just tap us back of your own.
do it.
Yeah. You have the RC. Might as well keep it safe.
Yeah, Bridget, positive bonus. It's just not a character I want to be on the screen with.
Oh, no. Not at all. Not
come
at all.
on.
There we go. Yo-Yo set. Just respecting it, but not blocking the low. Gets a burst out of there and still finds that Superman punch to connect.
Yeah, we're seeing good combos. We're seeing good defensive options from Symbolist, and they've been able to take rounds, but they haven't been able to take the full game yet. Gwen just keeping the pressure going. Doesn't block the YRC, but dodges the throw.
There we go. Rock the baby.
Oh, goes for the TP. OTG thought it would kill, but a pixel off.
Yeah.
It's a Symbolist chance.
Wasn't enough wall damage to get a stick or anything like that, but the back throw comes out.
The guilty gear I love. Truly.
DPOTGs,
TPOTG.
back throws, corner back dash. What else do you need?
And also just the sickest combos you've ever seen.
Oh, I don't hate that. I don't hate that gold
Yeah.
burst. Like, I get the idea, but it just Gwen was already like playing around it by like just playing around some of your other options.
It's hard. Like, Bridget is not an easy character to gold burst.
No,
Because the range she's attacking you at is very far away.
Yeah. And it's oddly enough one of those ranges that like Happy Chaos can't deal with super well. With just their normals, they have to be able to have that concentration.
What a setup. Could have gotten the wall stick, but chose not to. Instead did a yo-yo set into a throw, which combos meterless, giving her exactly enough damage to go for the super wall break.
Yeah. And I mean, that just shows you like how much time Gwen has been putting onto this character, right? Just, like,
Absolutely.
being able to be at that point, like, you know, we're now right about a year.
Delayed over with the JD, not able to confirm off it. Another back throw into the corner. Okay, I love that response.
And
I
Beatty on
love
the
that
DP!
response.
Yeah, Wall Slump City, here you go. Great backdash on the tap, though, saying, I'm good. BRC's back out. Gonna get hit by the yo-yo, though, so can't set up the gunshot.
RC is enough.
No!
Drops it.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What a set from Gwen. Can I say I love the backdash there post wall slump because you have
Yes.
enough health that you can take the super wall break. You just say you are not wall slumping me anymore.
It's something that I don't feel like people do enough. I feel like they're like too willing to just take it or like try to use some other option instead of just like, yeah, I can take the hit. I can use my health as a resource and then say, no, thanks. We're going to go back and play.
Yeah. Once you go back to neutral too, it's like you're Bridget, you got a DP, you're going to have RC in a second. Wow. The FD to get barely enough space for the 2K there.
That was, at some point, it's great recognition of like, not only just like the game state, but player habits. Because you have to like kind of preemptively do that. You have to like determine, yeah, I'm going to press this button. So.
Yeah. Because, I mean, FDing, sometimes it feels like a very low-risk option.
Yes.
But when you're fighting against Happy Chaos, FD, due to the meter penalty, it means you're kind of giving up 5 seconds of having a YRC.
And versus Bridget, with all the meter gain that she has on deck, it's like, it's even more than that. It's like you're going around.
Yeah, FDing, it has a real cost, and it's one that you don't always notice because it's kind of little and insidious.
Yeah.
And so when players are using FD sparingly but effectively, it shows such a mastery of the game's mechanics.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's going to bring now K20 and Gwyn playing each other, which I believe they were different pools. I was trying to think if they had played each other earlier.
I don't think so. No,
no.
I mean, you did mention Gwen played a nail-biter set versus Bishop.
Yes, she did play a, like, it was anyone's game. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was anyone's game up until the last round. Then it was very much Gwyn's game. But it was
Yeah.
very close for 99%.
It was
of
such a sick set that the Bishop post-match tweet wasn't even doomer. It was like, wow, great set.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Bishop, shout outs to Bishop.
Yeah, shout out to Bishop, by the way.
Um,
Incredible player and just great dude.
Great dude. Like, just wasn't able to play the game for the past month due
Yeah.
to some really shitty life circumstances. Thank God they're out of that now.
Fine, yeah,
But-
I'm really glad.
But not playing for a month. Not being able
Yeah.
to play for a month, and you're 9th losing to the person in losers finals.
Yeah,
That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
I would be proud.
Yeah. Doing a very, very good job there. But yeah, looks like our players are now getting into it. Got that button check down, getting used to that monitor setup. Always got to do that. Every time I sit down at the setup, I always do a button check just to make sure I know how it feels.
Yeah. I've been bent on not button checking before, and ever since then I'm like, no, I'm gonna button check.
Yep.
It's annoying. It takes long, especially if you're playing the game on base PS4. It takes forever, but.
Well, thankfully we don't have to do that.
Yeah, thankfully, the people running bonus round are so good about getting setups. It's like the games that should be on base PS4 are this game on PS4 Pro or PS5, playing the PS4 version, and then Street Fighter 6, of course, all being PS5.
Yeah, all on PS5, and then I believe all the monitors for 6 were also 120 Hz.
Yeah, they're using the Evo monitors, right?
No, they're not using the Evo monitors. These are some other, I believe they're Asus monitors for most of them, but they're all the like fancy schmancy HDMI 2.1.
144 Hz.
Yeah.
The whole works.
Yeah, like, I wish they were those Evo monitors. Those are so nice.
Now, these two characters are going to be schmoovin'.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you're looking for. It is both these, both of them trying to play like air superiority neutral, and really like Millia has the ability to cover those air options a lot better. We see especially K20s like the constant JS you
Great
say,
air
but
throw.
Yeah, Gwyn does a really good job of just utilizing air throw and utilizing those yo-yo sets, trying to bait out the burst after that tap to start C.
I think the funny thing too is Gwen is so satisfied with K20 not bursting there. And just saying like, okay, you didn't burst, I just get my yo-yo set in the corner, hold these 3 mixes.
Yeah.
You're going to have to spend it eventually.
And now you have to hold this burst, so I got to come back in again, but you're trying to utilize every Millia tool in the book to get out of this, but you can't.
Yeah, the 6P into the roll is so good because it turns that 6P that's air blocked into meaningful plus frames.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And like getting meaningful plus frames in this matchup especially is so huge. Like,
yeah, it seems like K20's core sort of defensive mindset so far has been FD this character away and try to fuzzy jump out. Yeah. But another air throw, don't compel versus me.
Yeah, you cannot do anything like that versus Gwen. And now you're having to hold your own throw set with the yo-yo now, hold this mix, almost blocks it all out.
Well, even still, though, there was 50 meter on deck. Another mix was coming.
Yeah. And K20's also burning all their FD.
Yeah. There was not a single point, like, where he had 50 meter.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Because, again, he's saying, I'm going to FD you out and fuzzy jump away. And Gwen is recognizing that and doing the counterplay. Another burst bait. So burst hungry here.
All right, great throw though, recognizing that they have that little gap right there.
The matchup knowledge.
Yeah.
To fuzzy jump out there correctly, Millia has to do such a hard call to stop you from doing that option. And DPing against the Capel.
Yeah, now mixing up the Capel counterplay option, not even just going for the air throw against it. Haircar RC trying to open him up!
Check our controller. What did she have for breakfast? This is crazy.
Check that SOCD. Oh my.
Tried to fuzzy jump out right at the moment Gwen went for the delayed JD.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Gwen is making it look way easier to block this character and get out of her setups than it is. Like.
Well, yeah, if I remember correctly, like Gwen's pool also was like the Millia pool. I think there was I think K20 was in the winner side of that pool, if I remember correctly. So already having to go through that and already having to deal with the Millias, and also it's something PNW, like you would say, you have to understand how this character works to be able to do well in this region.
Exactly. Every PR there's a Millia pool and there's an Anji pool, and it's a 50-50 which one you get.
But you never want to be in the Zato pool because there's one of those every so often.
The Zato killer, yeah. Gwen trying to make this comeback on a pixel. Oh, it's starting to get scary.
Yeah.
And you can see the FD is like almost fully counteracting the positive bonus. I think she lost. Good job FDing too, don't get chipped. Oh. You know, as Gwen, I like take that as a win this round almost. Oh, I think she wants more.
Now we've gone this far, but you have to do whatever you can. Plus set right
as 50
there.
Meter, keeping the plus frames.
No way!
That was a 1 pixel versus full life comeback.
And they're not even acting like K20's like, what the fuck? What am I dealing with? Oh my god.
K20 seems exhausted, and I mean, can you blame him? Okay, finally we see someone successfully bait out that option.
Getting the full carry as well.
Yeah,
Just
that's the new Milia thing, is you RC to get another disc.
I mean, it's good, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like, it's always going to be good. And just like Stevie's would have been good for like 90% of this tournament. There's been one that's been baited.
Yep. The return yo-yo actually forcing K20 to ground block. There is exactly one place K20 does not want to be, and it's stuck on the ground.
Oh, great hair car. K20's use of hair car so far has been like immaculate. Like, he's always being able to blow people up with it. And once again, the combo, the insane back end combo also now being a mix-up pressure sequence.
Yeah, I'm also just confident that if any single one, what a burst bait. What a burst bait!
Yeah.
K20 finally getting on the board with the rounds.
And that's what you need. Like, you need that momentum comeback because you've been down so far. You have to make something big happen here, like Gwyn made happen previously. But right now, big counter hits.
Come on!
And wanting to keep the I actually like this. Like, you see Gwyn really wanting to keep the mid screen right here because you're getting more mix-up options, and you know this is going to be a game that traces back and forth.
Okay. That throw was a specific call-out versus the delayed break to get plus frames.
Yep.
Good blocks.
But having to
just one more play. And you're back in the pressure. She has the meter on deck. And yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad situation.
I respect Gwen not baiting the burst, and I respect K20 like not giving it to her. Just go into this final round knowing you have burst and she does not.
Yeah.
And that matters a lot in a mix-up matchup.
AC trying to bait out the burst right there early, trying to get K20 to pull that trigger early on, but they're one to hold it until the last moment. They know exactly when they need to use it, and they're waiting for these burst baits to come to give them more chances at life.
Yeah, I mean, when you burst bait this much, it's like K20 has bursted 3 times this round already.
Exactly. And now you can see they're getting a good hit off this. They're going to be able to get the mix, same side. It's unblockable. It's unblockable, unless you're ready for it.
Of course.
Sets it up against the hard knockdown. TK back the moon! But didn't melt the meter in time, so the throw ends up working out. K20 keeping it alive for Portland.
That's the guilty gear I want to see.
That's real guilty gear.
None of this pansy guilty gear. Yeah. That's laid all in the football field guilty gear.
Real honest mix-ups. All right, good scoot to bring him down all the way there now. Just FDing out of the front. You know, the thing is like K20's burning all their meter, just FDing, not trying to take that early chip, trying to push them out.
But it's like...
But it's working.
The FD isn't working, you know? Like,
yeah.
The problem is, like, yes, it gives you maybe the opportunity to fuzzy jump out, but you're putting Bridget at the range where she already kind of wants to be at.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to, I need to dig into K20's brain about that, because, how do they think of this match, how they want it to go, how they're trying to live on a pixel right here, now make their own big comeback, Mixed City.
Good blocks.
Yeah, oh.
No, the chip! He blocked it with the chip.
No, so they FD'd, but they ran out of meter.
Oh.
Yeah, so they thought, it would be fine, but they had still too much of that penalty going through the previous FDs.
A real big example of the earlier small choices you make having dire consequences for you. And speaking of dire consequences, this is a dire situation for K20. Gotta hold these plus frames. Isn't there a meter penalty for where you RRC the first bait? Finally, K20 gives it to her.
Oh, Bridget doesn't have that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. She needs it. Oh, yeah, just keeping it clean with the counter hit 2K. That's Gwyn popping off as well, sitting back in that grand finals.
This has been a run of insane killer after insane killer.
Yep.
And Gwen has made it look like it wasn't that hard.
No, they're showing Bridget dominance.
Yeah.
This is not something that we've really seen historically in PNW of someone coming in the past couple months and dominantly take. Gwyn was obviously playing elsewhere and was good in other regions, but still, this is a newer name on the side of things, bringing the character that we don't really have. What Bridgets did we have before this that were actively grinding the game?
There was D, aka Just Dylan.
Are they? Are they even playing the game anymore?
Who knows what the heck is happening up in Alberta? I mean, come on.
Alberta's not real.
There's Luke.
Yeah, that's true.
You see Luke pop up occasionally.
That's true. But Luke is running off of plus R fundies of that character.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, so that's going to be Gwyn now making the full run back.
Yeah.
I need,
But can we see the full run that she's had?
that's what I'm pulling up right now,
It's been killer after killer. She's taken a tour of the whole P&W and just fighting all the good players. I was saying the other day, I want a bracket format where it's just me and you give me bottom seed to top seed one after the other back to back. I'll fight them all.
You mean a Kumite?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's
yeah.
not a Kumite.
That's kind of a Kumite. So obviously what K20, Sim, Toaster, Ankle.
Lost the K20.
Lost the K20.
03
Yeah.
winners of the pool.
Yeah, beat Bishop, beat Boat, and then Piece of the Pie and Lord Gaben, they're solid players, but they're not like.
They're primarily non-Strive players. Is the big thing. Piece of the Pie is a multiplayer for
Piece
sure.
of the Pie, no, is a multiplayer. Lord Gaben, I think. I think predominantly a Smash Ultimate player, but I know fighting game wise is predominantly plays the game.
Gotcha.
They're just I think they are more focused on like TOing and stuff for like some of the events down in Portland.
Yeah, it's been a crazy run, and we get to see the two players who, so far in this top 8, have both looked just completely untouchable.
Yeah, and it's kind of like poetic to get the two people who have looked unstoppable, who have had the most 3-0s so far out of these sets, to be like, hey, now we get to see who's actually untouchable.
And two huge grinders. I was going to mention earlier, Gwyn, out of any P&W player right now, plays in the most online brackets. Every single TNS, she's in there. And always making or on the verge of making top 8 in these very stacked online brackets.
Yeah, I mean, TNS is a mini major every week.
Exactly.
Like, and if you're able to get far on that, that's showing a thing or two that you have on that.
She's losing to like Hotashi and Adventure each week. Like, come on.
Yeah, she's losing to like. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
To who?
Don't worry about it. She's losing some pretty good players right there. But yeah, here we are getting into now the thick of it. Here in our grand finals, Junior A on the winner's side. Great just check with the 5K, as I've been seeing Gwyn go for a lot of those early aggressive starts.
Yeah. Now, this might be like the one character we do not see at all in Bellingham, so I'm curious how much matchup experience Junior A has.
You know, it's something that I feel like Junior A might, because Junior A is, I know, in, like, I can see them in, like, the record and stuff like that, like, constantly picking, so there are people that they are playing with, but I don't know if they have someone who's has the, like the obtuse confirms that Gwyn really has right there. Great backdash out to that throw attempt.
Ooh, unfortunate and rare drop. Oh, the PRC to fade out the low.
All right, yeah.
And with all the mix that Bridget has, the thing that closes out the round there is just a staggered 2K.
Yeah.
She can still just do like frame traps and stuff,
But you're layering that on top. Like, you already see Junior A, like, I think is like calculating, trying to see, like, okay, how are we going to mix? How are you going to deal with this? And then, like, just going for the basic level 1 stuff, really.
Oh, that's a fancy little setup there. Tap dust into the yo-yo return. Doesn't need meter to keep the combo going. And this is so hard. I mean, how do you get out of this without spending a resource?
Well, like that where
we have our answer.
Like, you just let Gwyn come in and you just escape out. You accept your fate. If you do die, you get air thrown or something. But
the anti-air roll
into the immediate throw set as well. That's Gwyn playing clean right. Like, that looks dominant. Like that you can even see Junior A being like, huh. What do I do?
Yeah.
How do I deal with this?
This is the first time we've seen Junior A like pause and take a sec between games.
And that's something like I think I'm always a big fan of everyone doing that. Ice your opponent out whenever you can.
Messed up the Oki setup with the 60 trades to the TP.
Goes great 6B though, able to keep this going, forcing the burst out after the quick little PRC confirmed.
Yeah, Junior A's gotten 4 openings this game, and they've all been 6B until that.
It's a good button.
Oh, backdash to bait the DPRC.
And that's something that we haven't been seeing from a lot of people, if their willingness to like hard bait those DP call outs. And that's gonna, I think, really open up a lot of different offensive tools from Junior A now that you see Gwyn being a little bit more afraid to do it.
So much damage from those. That combo was all fusion.
And hits him with the Junior A into the low.
That's another mix that Junior A just labbed at himself. Where one day he's like, he saw the Happy Chaos. He saw Manny legit doing the Happy Chaos nonsense. Like, I can do that too.
I can do that. And then they did it. Everyone's like, Oh yeah, you can do that.
Now, okay, it's the gap is a lot bigger in that mix for Anji the Discrafted Chaos, unfortunately. But still a strong option if you've never seen it before. I mean, who knows to block low there. Great delayed 6P, expecting Junior A to go for the air stall with the JD.
Alright, set that butterfly up, not getting 6Ps this time, and open up the Ko.
Yeah, doesn't give Gwen even a chance to use that meter that she built.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Calling out the backdash, the signature Junior A 2P. Plus frames. Both players successfully matching, and there's just so much respect with the both of them.
Oh yeah, and trying, like, almost respecting too much with that burst bait right there. Now Gwen's going to get a big pickup, and it's going to be up to Junior A to try to find situations like those just blocks right in the beginning.
Yeah, I love how Junior A is having really strong...
That was so smart.
That was
as DP counterplay, just being able to do quick Ko, instant shoot that fan down, and now, like, that's a tool where it's like, oh, I can't DP at that spacing. Because they're just going to do that, and I have to hold this. I have to hold that onto pressure.
And one thing I wanted to point out, too, in that whole defensive sequence from Junior A, not a single bit of FD.
Nope, no.
Saying, once I get 50 meter, now you're scared of me.
And that's been the story for Junior A, is like once it gets 50 meter or against anything, they have either been creating like very, very scary strike throw mixes or killing you. Good break. Now this is the scary thing. Positive bonus. Bridge it, but the PRC confirm is going to add up here.
So much damage. Baits the DP.
Alright, gets a solid confirm. Now going to bring back to the other coast. The mix good. Almost blocking the double overhead and not blocking the low.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Just keep it clean. Go for the easy confirm.
However, that easy confirm is now giving Junior A burst right at the start of the round because it had those extra hits in there, so that is something you have to be worried about. But he also like he had the guts kill there, so it's a very, very weird situation.
Yeah. It's just the power of having guts. Gwen always hungry for the burst. Gets one for free that time.
Yeah. And sometimes that just happens. Sometimes you don't burst correctly, and you have to live with the consequences. Set once again. Now, as soon as you try to FD, you're getting hit in those ankles into taking that round, tying it up 2-2.
Yeah. Return of the killing machine. Return of Gwen Stylish.
Yeah.
To the podium. Up to is this game 5 now, right?
This is game 5 in our grand finals here.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm having to pull. I think this might be the first time either of these players have gone to game 5 in our top 8.
In our top 8, yes. Now both of them went to game 5 earlier in the bracket.
Yes.
Gwen versus Bishop. Junior A versus myself.
You don't play fighting games.
I kind of do, actually. But not as well as these two
Yeah,
players,
exactly.
clearly. Great spin to the what?
Oh, that was OD. That was OD.
Okay, go ahead and trying to bait out the parry. Junior A, he's doing the thing where he just doesn't give you the parry. Game 5, though, you might see the parry.
There we go. Good burst right there. Being able to reset these life totals pretty even. All right. Oh, excellent punish on that jump in right there.
Oh, this is such a big starter.
You're dead.
Into
You're
the
dead.
RC.
You're
You're
dead.
so dead.
You're
You're actually so dead.
As long as Junior A doesn't drop it.
Yeah. He hits those all day, and now on tournament points.
Yeah, this is huge for Junior. You can even see it. You're breathing a little heavier, shaking a little bit. Like, okay, I gotta keep up.
Big starter.
And this is what you want off these tournament points.
Great
mash! Set the mix, but you weren't blocking it this time. Get tossed back into the corner here.
About to have 50. Can queue for these pressure resets. JD opens up. Doesn't even need to spend it. The
Parry!
This is going to do so much.
Has been holding on to this to the whole set, and now Gwen is in a very dangerous situation against Spin. Has the PRC trying to keep themselves alive. The Scooter getting a great counter hit. Now keeping the pressure going right here. But a 2P coming out.
Oh no. Gwen has so many resources. She has the
But
corner.
the blocks! Junior A's defense is impeccable, but you finally get counter hit. Burst is available though. And you're holding on to it for this last round. Both players having this
round of our
resource.
first set. Both players saying, I need this burst, okay? Once they get on me, they cannot get off.
Spins, goes for the low, but gets an overhead now, being able to keep that pressure up. Already putting Gwen into the corner here.
Oh, barely gets it with the Roger drop.
Good blocks, but can't block forever. Has to burst down.
Has started to recognize that the JD is having a higher success rate at opening Junior up than almost any other mix.
Yes, 100%. It's a great IAD right there, just being able to close the distance. And now going to get a big confirmed win. Going to have to be looking at bursting potential, but a back edge to throw. Big punish for the burst.
Return of the killing machine.
All right, but the jumping comes through, but just throws him out. Both players about 50 meter on deck, so you're going to see.
This is so scary. Tries to bait it.
RC! This is going to do it here as long as Gwyn keeps it tight.
Oh my goodness. And I love Junior A, but I'm so happy we get another set of this.
Yeah, it's so good. This is so good. Guilty Gear. Oh. 2.85. No, it's, I don't remember. 2.08 actually. I think that's the version.
Okay.
That's the version number.
We take a breather.
Yes. Everyone's taking a breather.
We go back.
Everyone's taking a breather. You should take a look at those Matcherino codes, exclamation mark Matcherino.
So true. And also shout outs to our sponsors, Junk Food Arcades, others.
Tempest Stream Productions, who have been hosting us on the Guilty Gear Strive and the Tekken things earlier throughout today, and it's been great. Gamers Haven is fantastic.
Yeah, that's the venue we're in right now. Kind of become the home of BR.
It really has over the past year, because Summer Camp last year was the first
one
here, and then Bonus Round has only really expanded since then. Like,
this is the 1 year anniversary of Gamers Heaven, and I know it's been a really great agreement for both sides.
Yep, 100%.
Bringing a lot of traffic to this venue and just giving us a really nice, spacious area to host 6 different brackets today.
Yeah, 6 different brackets. Guilty Gear Strive, staying very solid, like 70-ish people, but then Street Fighter 6 being a 120-person bracket,
which is Bonus Round's biggest bracket ever.
Yep. One of the biggest brackets since the pandemic, basically.
Yeah.
Actually, for PNW as a whole right here. But a great opening from Gwyn Stylish saying, I'm sick with the skills on these confirms.
Oh. Gets a bit of wall slump of her own. Double roll.
But Junior is just confident to just block and hold all this, let that risk gauge build, and then confidently match 2P out.
Yeah, as cool as it is to go for those repeated rolls, the roll is mid.
Yeah.
So you are essentially trying to call them out on matching, and Junior A is just not giving it to her.
Now Butterfly set, but a great DP out of there saying, you have to use that code more preemptively when I'm still in those recovery trees.
This is the throw, but
nope.
2K the savior.
Yeah, was already committed to a late backdash on that throw, so Gwyn just had more opportunities to keep it going. Great, finally recognizing the neutral scooter right there and actually checking it with that 2P.
Yep, the way that Gwyn likes to use scooter, she really wants to go for the super late break to get the plus frames from it.
All right, and just DP's finally out. Say, hey, it was
Butterflies again. Yep.
Doesn't work forever. RC out just to beat that burst bait. But the dust, it was not tall enough.
Okay. Yep. Somehow didn't have meter, and that was a cool pickup with the butterfly reset there.
Well, that's the tech that you've been seeing Junior try to use to beat up the VP. So good on changing the time to actually beat the DP because it was so far when Gwyn really ended up stopping.
Yep. Meterless tap dust conversion into that late, just the JD to delay.
Yeah.
Oh, not trusting that 2K would hit.
Oh, but nice anti-air right there. Going to be able to keep him in the corner. Force him to say hi to the bear.
Wow. I didn't think that would kill, and went a bit of a pop-off there.
Yeah, just the headbang being like, yeah, I got those.
Yeah,
I got
riding
those.
the momentum from winning that super intense final round into a perfect, quick 2 rounds to win game 1 of the reset.
Yeah, let's see if Junior can make that comeback, or if Gwyn's going to be able to just keep that momentum going. But right now, Gwyn's momentum seems to be very good. Until you get goal first.
DP's out saying, I'm not holding this mix, you are.
Great, finally being able to hit that Roger drop right there. It's been working out so well to just change their momentum and open up Junior.
Bit of a hero burst from Gwyn here. Anju's got a lot of life and a lot of meter. It's not going to be easy.
There we go.
Oh, finally!
They both backdashed out and through.
Oh.
Yeah, wasn't close enough to the wall to get the bounce, so that JD wasn't going to be able to confirm. Now Gwyn's got one more chance to make another big comeback like this.
The yo-yo helping her out here.
Yeah.
You can't get away with that against Junior A.
They've only gotten away with, that's like the second time they've used it.
This entire top 8.
And it's worked once.
Yep.
All right, good blocks on the mix right there, recognizing the overhead set, but gets the spin into the low.
Spin, such a good option defensively.
Here goes, trying to find these ways to close the gap, trying to get in any chance they get. But Gwyn has been staying at that perfect distance, but unfortunately not able to get the big confirm.
Doesn't even need to use the scooter RC, just gets it with the scooter itself.
Yeah.
Duel 3.
Still have that RC on deck, still able to keep it safe, still able to try to open Junior A. Up clashes, but I'm still pressing 2B.
I was like, I promise you're not going to win that Clash War. Oh, tries to bait the throw tech.
Yeah, both players ready for it. Finally bursting, though. Oh, great spin, but the PRC keeping it safe and allowing that mix to continue.
Another JD, it's been working so consistently now. Spins out, but Gwen has the meteor to keep her pressure safe and keep the offense rolling. Another little pop off there.
Yeah, I mean, she's feeling herself, and she has all the right to. Going from a close set now up 2-0.
2-0.
And we're going back to a character select. This is nice. This is a cooldown.
And it's one that you should do, right? Like the first set was so intense, and then since then, Junior A, it almost seems like defeated. Like I had the tournament should be over now, right?
Yeah, I had it.
But it's not. I have to keep fighting this character with the mix, and the offense and the throws.
And you know, it's a mix of character. You can't guess right forever. Junior A's been doing a fantastic job guessing right. So it's only allowing these like minor hits that don't lead to the super huge reward. But you're gonna get worn down.
It's death by 1,000 cuts, and there's 900 on Junior already.
Yeah. You can say that again. That yo-yo string is razor sharp. Coming in through, using the Ko, I think the Ko is the big thing. Like being able to use that fan to check a lot of the neutral options, check that forward momentum from Gwyn. But they're already like willing to make those minor adjustments. DE finally coming out, and good check on that 2P once again.
I also love the no cancel into 2P, an option we see actually from Giovanna a lot. That's like a TY specialty.
Yep.
And Andre's 2P is pretty good, as you may know. Big combo starter here.
Yeah, and a great DP bait as well. Going to be able to get the pick up. Yeah, keep themselves alive.
That's the kind of round you need here.
Yes,
that's the round you need here.
That's all right. I've got burst. I've got that momentum. I've got that dog in me. Let's see what I can do. Backdashes, the Fujin attempt. Coming in hot right now with that pressure going through. Finally cracks him up with a good overhead. So Junior A gonna have to burst that when they can find the opportunity.
Oh, runs forward, which actually makes the scooter not plus there. I thought the yo-yo return was going to keep her pressure safe.
Nah. See, that's what you thought. That's what I thought. But
yeah.
Junior A knew.
Junior A knows. I'm pressing a button.
Yeah. Gwyn bursting right now, trying to keep themselves alive, trying to keep that tournament dream to continue. But we finally get Junior A, their own little micro pop-off right there, keeping a point on the board.
Yeah. Keep that momentum now. You finally slowed Gwen down.
Yep.
But you still got to win 2 more games.
You're the first person who slowed them down.
Yes, exactly.
This entire day.
Literally.
So there you go. Yeah, so you see the Junior A not going for super critical options, trying to just shimmy out the yo-yo and forcing an early burst off a good confirm, but great blocks until you get hit.
Yep. Oh, successful spin.
Yeah.
Low hits as well.
All right, doesn't get the full pickup though, but we'll find the low. Still just wanting to save onto that meter so they can get this big wall bounce confirm into the Fujin overhead follow-up.
Yeah, like, obviously, Bridget's neutral incredible, Bridget's offense incredible, her defense honestly also good. But the health and damage disparity between these 2 characters is notable. 2P check.
Yeah.
We know Gwen loves to go for those throws in the mid-screen there, too.
And, like, honestly, it's like Junior A has that perfect play style inherent to them to counterplay that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Great throw right here. Has to. Oh, I like going for that safe jump instead of going for the butterfly set they've been going for so much.
Yeah. Especially because, like, at this point, I feel Gwen is starting to adapt. Okay.
I was about to scream on that last confirm if it ended up like that. Yeah. And now Junior A's tied it up 2-2 here.
Another game 10.
Yeah.
We actually have a game 10. And it's been so cool how it's set 1, back and forth, trading rounds, trading games.
Yeah.
Now, Gwen comes out swinging, takes 2. Junior A now has her on the back foot.
And we'll have to see who can get it. Gets an early run up throw.
Immediate round start.
Yeah, and finds the opening. Gets the burst bait!
That's how you want to start this game 10.
And Junior A just willing to block, just willing to hold all this pressure, knowing that they had to try to press somewhere.
Yeah. Successful 2P eventually. When able to get out with backdashes. Yeah. Backdash is not safe to an RC there, so.
Yeah, and this is like the big win rounds that have been happening. The tap is coming out. Hadn't seen it at all since that reset.
It's been a long time since
It's been a
we've seen
long
it.
time.
And the old reliable comes back out.
And that's where things are going to have to like come out. Is this where we're going to see it? Are we going to see Junior try to get try to bring out that parry to bait out these options like we only saw once before?
Gonna need to do something like that with the way Gwen's been playing this final game.
You need to make something big happen. Good trades. This is a way to keep yourself alive.
You're
If that life
so
deficit.
happy with that trade as Junior A.
And now-
Playing very passive around DP. What a 6P.
Yeah, no big confirm off of it though. Still finding these routes right here. Butterfly to almost break the wall, but 6H. Let's go in. All right, RC, are you blocking this? No, but not a big hit, but that's a big counter hit right there.
Yeah, we'll have burst.
Big dash!
Final rounds! The adaptation, too, that Junior's been doing in the corner now is standing in the range where he can both meaty and bait the DP backdash.
It has been so good to see these minor adjustments coming up from Junior A and Gwyn.
This is a game 10. This is a final round game 10 as we've ever seen it. It's like, there's so many factors. What do you even do?
All right, here we go. Good burst out from Gwyn right there. You see it coming through. Spin gets
The
tossed.
throw!
All right, big counter hit with that 5H now. Going to be able to get the full carry. Good. Yeah, tries to bait the burst, and Junior A wants it. They want these situations where they keep trying to bait the burst. Gets the run in attempt. Hits it with the low RC.
Has 50 meter too!
But they didn't get the coast to coast. Backdash is out right now. Gets the other PRC throws, whips. But you finally get the confirm right there. And Junior A takes it for here at bonus round. Oh my God. What the heck? Oh my God.
Yeah. Give them a standing ovation.
Yeah, I know. I have to. I hope they can see me over this wall over right here.
What a set. Like.
I'm going to say this with a 100% straight face. I'm going to say this with a 100% straight face. This is a true fact. This is a true fact. That might be the best set of Guilty Gear I've seen in the past year. That might be one of the best sets of gear I've seen. Like, this is not me.
No, I agree with you. I'm trying to think of the iconic sets of Guilty Gear to me.
We've had iconic moments in
Yes,
sets.
I think of the Razo Umi show.
Double KO.
Double KO. I think of the Hotashi Lost Soul, like, insane Frosty set.
Yeah. You think the like Latisse run through Frosty Fausty,
Yes.
almost like being able to like get that barrier. You think of the like all of Tempest's different huge victors and these big comebacks that they've made, but none of them have gotten me on my feet.
Yeah,
like that.
that was unreal.
Like
that was unreal. And in the final moments too, it's Junior A's patience that gives him the victory. And Gwen, the entire bracket, been so burst hungry, and Junior A just says, I'm just never gonna press it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna press my better burst called 2P.
Yeah.
And then
2P.
all reliable. Yeah, it cycles around, right? It's that level of Yomi where you've done the adaptation and the adaptation and the adaptation. It's game 10, you're exhausted, and in those final clutch moments, Junior A had it.
Yeah. I'm speechless. I'm like legitimately speechless right now. This was such an insane set.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh.
You could even say it was perfect.
It was perfect. And like we were talking about this before, but I really want to say that. I just got the perfect.
Thank you. Yeah.
I just put that together. You know, Junior A did go beast mode, baby. Like this is that like next wave. These are the next players that are coming up through. People who are like really grounded are now playing that next level of Guilty Gear Strive. They're not playing what we have all seen for the past year. They are really going to that nth degree of like you said, Junior A spacing himself out to be able to bait out, throw, and DP simultaneously. Yeah. That's the minutia that you get from like going above and beyond in this kind of game.
Yeah, and it's one of those crazy things too, because I'm pretty certain that something like that has never come up for Junior A before, where he needed to do something like that.
No, because you saw in the beginning they were just getting blown up, and then they were making that adjustment over the full 10 games.
And then you saw Glenn stopping the DPRC, and so he just stands at the range of like, maybe I'm going to be DP safe.
Yeah.
And then hits you. Man, these Zoomers.
They're the future.
Are we not able to compete anymore? Are we washed, Abby?
I don't know about you. I'm washed. I've been washed.
Okay, yeah.
I've been.
I don't like to think I'm washed.
Rude.
I don't like to think I'm washed. You know, I've had some good results recently, and even today, you know.
Yeah,
I made top 8 in a stacked under night bracket.
Can we not talk about me going 0-2 and getting 9?
Yeah, but hey, I mean, like.
Oh. Yeah,
Ooh,
so after this...
That's a fun thing to throw to.
That is a fun thing to throw to. So after this, we are having an Under Night exhibition that's going on. I won't be on it for this because I got a million other things I need to do here at bonus round.
Yeah.
But it's going to be CG and Oss, I believe, in a first to 10, first to 7, one of the two.
Yeah. Hopefully not a first to 10. Under Nights, it takes a while.
It does take a while, especially for two players like that who are they've been core training partners. They've been people who've been putting in the grind and putting in the work. And
I was talking with Oss earlier today, and I remember very distinctly Oss saying like, when there's 30 seconds left in me versus CG, it's like it's kind of over. Like whoever has the light, it's just like it's done.
Yeah. That is that late game Under Night, just like it's late here for us at bonus round. I'd like to once again thank all of our sponsors here that we've had for this event. Gamers Haven being able to host us, Tempest Stream, and the wonderful Tyzy helping us out with our stream running. Round of applause for our stream runner. Round of applause
the
for our
live
stream runner.
Replays, the player cams popping in and out, the splash screens. I have not seen a lot of that before in a stream.
It's the Tyzy diff right there. Also like to thank Gamers Heaven for sponsoring, helping us out with this venue. And providing us a spot, it is a little like, we call it Seattle, it's north of Seattle, it's like 30 minutes north of Seattle. But like, this is still where we are, this is still where we go, this is still where you see this level of competition happening now on a very like regular basis.
Tabby, it's been a blast. It's been such a good time.
It's been a sandblast, I would say, right here. Thank you all for coming through to bonus round Summer Camp 2's Guilty Gear Strive bracket. Congrats to Junior A for taking their first. This is their first top 8. I'm pretty sure as well.
They got second at KYA just a month ago, but finally getting over the hump, winning their first big Strive bracket here, and cementing himself among the other PNW legends. I've been Mars.
I've been Tabby. Thank you all for coming through, and stay tuned for some Under Night action coming up soon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BR Summer Camp. I'm Casey here with...
See you extra.
Yeah, and what we have for you now is a fun little Under Night exhibition, right? It's going to be, I think, a first to 5 between Aust and CG.
I thought it was a first to 7?
Is it a first to 7? First to 7? Okay, cool. Yeah. Two of our, local players, they play all the time, right?
Probably two of the strongest in the region, I'd say, just from like those respective characters.
Yeah, I mean, Oss getting 4th today, CG actually taking the overall Under Night tournament today, right? With good wins over Clem, right? It was a really fun set, right?
Yeah.
You yourself actually beating Oss today in that same bracket.
Yeah.
So
actually, I got destroyed by him in locals. Really.
That's what he was telling me. He was like, Rickshaw and I was not really going very even, and then,
it was like
you pulled through and it counted today.
I won like one game, I think, out of like 15 or so games we played. So
yeah,
it's how it goes sometimes.
But you won when it counted, and that's all that matters.
Yep.
But these two have played each other a lot, so they're very aware of sort of how each other plays, right?
Yeah.
Ost, obviously a Merkava player, and CG and Enkidu.
Yeah.
It's kind of an interesting matchup, right? I think Enkidu actually has some pretty good tools to help police the air Merkava, but at the same time, Merc is pretty good at being lame and sort of zoning out, even with just grounded buttons, right?
Yeah. It's one of those matchups where, like any Zona matchup, basically, you're going to have a hard time getting a Merc because he can just tap 5B or 5C or 214X and just keep you all the way on the other side of the screen.
And unfortunately for CG, right, like Enkidu 3C is only projectile invuln, right? So you can't. It's not really actually that useful in this matchup.
Yeah.
It's got some use, but not a ton.
Does it not beat 214X?
No.
Oh, wow. That does suck.
No, you get grabbed.
That's hard.
You get grabbed because it's not projectile.
Right, it's a grab. Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a hit grab object thing because he doesn't have a hurt box on it either.
Yeah, not until recovery, I think.
No, 2 and 4 doesn't have a hurt box at all. 5C is like one halfway down the arm.
I could swear it has a.
No, Merc 2 and 4 is broken.
Okay, well, I can't have the. I don't have the hitboxes anyway. I just have the hitboxes.
It's broken. So
yeah, it is. It is. But he needs it.
does he? Does he need it?
I mean,
to be fair, I'm a known Merkava hater.
yeah.
So like,
I mean, I sub Mook, so.
all right. I know it's been a long day for both of these players, right?
Yeah.
CG entering multiple brackets, Ost also entering multiple brackets, right?
Yeah, both of them, I think. They were both Street Fighter and Strive, right?
I don't think CG entered Strive.
Oh, no, just Street Fighter?
Ost definitely entered Strive.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if Ost entered Street Fighter.
I don't know.
I suspect he probably did, just because he's been playing it some.
Yeah.
And has been kind of enjoying it. I think CG probably did enter Street Fighter.
I heard him getting called for matches, so I think he was definitely playing somewhat.
Yeah, I remember because I was talking to CG about how he did in Street Fighter, and he said, yeah, I didn't play super well, and I'm hoping that I'm not just burnt out from the uni bracket. I'm hoping it was just I wasn't playing well in Street Fighter, and that going into this exhibition, it's not that big a deal. But all right, players are setting their buttons.
But I mean, he won the uni bracket, so I mean, that's a victory.
That's already a massive W, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, probably getting right into it. I thought we were going to see a button check.
I think they just did that. Oh, here we go.
Okay, we are seeing a button check.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a button check.
Come on, Ost.
I mean, these two friends, right, play a lot, so I think this will be a pretty fun exhibition. I think it'll be interesting because obviously they're not starting on layer 1, they're starting on like layer 4,000, right? Like,
CG was telling me, the two of them were specifically trying not to play recently to not
to make it a little bit more interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They've been grinding, as I understand, though. Oh, here we go.
Oh, nice parry on the 3C.
Oh.
Green shield bait, but parry after, not recognizing the green shield actually coming out.
Oh, nice.
4C, Havoc counter hit, baby. Full drops combo jumper guy in full effect.
Instant dive kick. Oh. That's gonna hurt.
Basically corner to corner.
Yep. Getting that grid there, Endo.
A projectile in its own right, and Kido 2C is pretty massive.
Kido 2C is truly a button.
Nice backdash on that to recognizing that, Ost is probably going to forward tech.
Good old 2P6C.
Doesn't get the combo, though.
Yeah.
Nice block on the flight Oki.
Whoa. Good mash from CG there. Whoa.
All right, J with. Doesn't get baited, though. And it looks like CG's probably going to win this cycle. Yep. No, actually, I was looking at the wrong bar.
Yeah. CG getting a hit, though. Just
double up kicks.
Oh, nope.
Drops the combo. That's a very strange hit.
Yeah.
I don't think Ost is ready for that to drop.
No, I don't think so. Oh.
4C attempt. I respect it.
Got hit by 4C there. CG's going to hit instead.
2D6E for the corner carry, probably.
Well, yep. Oh, nice.
I like that. That's like, I think both these characters are 6-framers, right? And it beats out throw, so it's pretty good. I like that option.
Yeah.
And this is death for sure, unless combo dropper guy is here.
Doesn't look like it.
And there we go.
All right.
CG taking game 1. No time, just going right back into it. It is a first of 7, so
got plenty of games to adjust.
You don't necessarily need to be icing out on the first game.
Nah.
Corner combo.
Yeah.
Set the single worm.
Oh, grid break.
Yeah. That's a really common situation, right? You want to shield the worm, but Merkava actually has time to grid break you before the worm actually goes off.
Yeah.
Drops the rest of the combo for the EX boys, though, so will not only lose his 50-50, but is now in the corner. What a masher.
He's got 100 Meter in CS, though, so he can finish this easily if he doesn't drop. Oh, he didn't even Demeter. Nice.
That was a mash from Oz right there. Pretty standard pressure here.
Ooh, good parry.
The read. Does he play the minigame? He does not play it
Clean shield
correctly.
instead.
Dropping the combo. Yeah, recognizing that, you know, not actually going to pull in Merc at that range, right? Because there's no hurt box.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's pretty sick combo. Did no damage, but a nice little side swap. Parry read attempt.
Oh, 4B taking it CG down. into
Yeah,
the corner again.
4B goes to the sky. It's huge.
It truly is.
The Zoomer throw tech.
Good pressure here from CG.
Minigame part 2, fails it again. And fails it in the worst possible way because, you know, normally it's minus, but with that green shield, it's actually like plus 12.
Yeah. Oh. The X one's down.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep.
Oz can just play the lame game. The worms are down, 19 seconds left,
Yeah.
huge life lead.
CG had to move in to make something happen. He had no choice.
Yeah. And he actually needed 2 hits too. With 19 seconds left, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Either needs 2 hits or 1 really nice hit.
Yeah, like a really good starter.
Not getting baited by the assault.
Oh.
It's 1-1.
One's down.
Nice smash.
Very good.
Side swap combo. Yeah, I mean, you know. CS, you have meter.
Yep.
See the red flash. It's, you know, the only logical thing to do. That's the worst thing to mash on. That's a huge starter for Merc.
Yeah. The X one's down too. That's going to do some big
It's
damage.
so much damage.
Oh.
And he gets a 50-50.
Got the life lead now. Oh, CG gets a hit.
Oh, that was almost
Drops
sick.
it.
I think that was a little bit too far. It was like a weird height hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to see Osh just play pretty lame here for the most part.
Yeah, just keep CG out and keep on the. He just 1 hit. Yep,
Yeah,
there it is.
and there it is. I understand the want to 2C there, right? You know, you can probably 2C and then like CS or something, but
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing about Enkidu 3C right there, right? You would think maybe it's useful for some of those interactions, but
Yeah, but no.
not in actuality without CS. I actually don't think it's very good
Yeah.
here.
Since Mook just gets so many boosts, make him Skyward, and 3C just hit so much harder to land.
It's just gonna whiff, yeah.
Off is content to hang back and throw worms and fireballs now.
I think CG. Oh, nice
Here we
FF.
go.
Oh, doesn't get the full starter though. Oss mashing a wake up, so it doesn't matter. VO strip.
Nice. Oh, got a hit.
Partial charge low 2A.
CG cashes out. Yep, here we
Yeah,
go.
not
That's
dead,
damage.
but couldn't have killed from that combo. Needed a little bit something chunkier than a 2A.
Just 1 hit and he can get it finished, though. Oh, you can do that. There you go.
Yeah, I think even a throw would have done it.
Maybe?
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Round star Rekka, huh? That's how you're feeling. I like that recognition. CG recognizing that, oh, man, I messed up, so
Yeah.
let's just, like, do a proper meaty. Yes, and that's something that's really good, right? At those fireball heights,
Yeah.
Enkidu is safe. After parrying that, Oss can't really do anything.
So just give CG an easy as in then.
Yeah, CG gets to just kind of run in for free.
Nice. Oh, now good photech. Also has they off active, but on the corner. Oh, there's the foe.
But this is still pretty rough, right?
Yeah. Whoa.
Not falling for the prank. And I like the use of 2-2-C there from CG to actually clear the worms out.
Yes, very smart. Good block. Oh.
Mostly correct read with that parry there, but just mistimed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe expected the immediate button.
Might have been, yeah. Still has to cycle here. Oh, day off. There we go.
CG was spooked. The CG taking game 3 here, up 2-1. Not a safe theme. Austin's playing a dangerous game with going up this high, right?
Yeah. He's not think he has much reach, but I mean, does
Well-
fairways give him a lot of ways to mitigate whatever Boss would do to keep him out.
I mean, CG can also do like a dash FF, right?
That too, yeah, but does that I feel like that could maybe be defiable depending on when it gets active.
It depends. It just depends a little bit on
Yeah.
what Aust is doing. But
Yeah.
if he's just trying to high flight, right?
Yeah,
That's sort of a little scary, right?
yeah, yeah.
Aust not taking any chances.
Got out of the corner, but still have a life deficit.
Does have CS and a bunch of meter. I kind of wish he had spent meter for a reset there instead of CS.
Yeah.
I think already having 200 and spending the CS kind of feels bad, but
Oh.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, right? Because
Nope.
30 seconds left in a massive life deficit, Austin needed to do something.
Yeah.
Just does it again. And it does it again.
Good old 4C. Nothing beats it.
Spend it, yep. Backdash.
The corner.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh.
Doesn't recognize the purple shield.
Austin gonna now go for corner hill. Okay.
With a berry?
Oh.
Yeah, that'll do
there
it.
you go.
Doesn't get the full combo though.
Ooh,
Oh
good
no.
shielded block there.
This is a scramble.
Yeah.
CG's not dead, but will have to deal with the boys.
Yep. And Aust has CS22.
No.
Oh.
That was funny.
5C hoodbox gun.
He like got suctioned into it though. He got suctioned into
Except
the actual strike.
5C has an extended hoodbox, I think. A little ways past.
Yeah, I think you're right. That was funny though.
Yeah, extremely. I've never
Just
seen it
watching Merc teleport into Kidu's arms.
happen. Now he knows what it feels like.
Okay. Oh, that was almost so sick. Yes,
Oh,
nice
yep.
FF. That's what I mean there, right?
Yeah. It's an exceptional anti-air if you're white in the position for it. Oh.
Minigame part 4. Fails it yet again.
Yeah. Keeps green shielding there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at this point, if you're CG, you probably stop trying, and you just take them -3, right?
Yeah. Well, at that point, just shield early to try and get in the grid.
Yeah,
at least.
exactly. Instead of like green shielding right there and being like, oh, well, now my opponent's plus 12,
Yeah,
so
now he has the advantage, so you know.
mashing out here. Won't win the cycle. Is
Backing
this
out.
dead?
No.
Yeah, I didn't
Nah.
think so.
Nah,
Not quite. Plus frames? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, CG going up 3-1. Aust taking a second to think here. You know, probably a good idea,
Yeah.
right, at this point.
Use 2 games in a row, you gotta sit back and think what you need to adjust.
Going right back into it.
All right.
Oh, the up kicks, but not counter hit, so it doesn't actually really get very much off of it.
But it's a start.
Basically telling us, hey, you know, don't go in the sky.
Yeah.
Nice shield.
Stare down.
Okay.
Good punch and a dive kick.
I couldn't tell if we were having a uni moment or if something else was happening.
I don't know.
I was like, I can't see the players, so I don't know. Yep,
Ooh,
sees
yep.
the red flash. Yeah, expected.
Yeah. When Aust has CS and Hanamito, that's usually what he's going to go for.
Patience.
Right. Good
That was
match.
clever. I think he was... I don't really know exactly what CG was hoping Aust would do.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a chunky hit.
That's going to hurt.
Counter hit 5B is pretty nice. Spend it. Backdash.
He's got the cycle.
Another throw. Austin's free of throws. Oh, doesn't recognize that shield on the redash. Unfortunate for CG.
Got the side swap there and send the EX Swims down.
Okay, that was almost 6. CG wanted to dash FF, but the
Yeah.
worm caught him, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
And now he's going to have to hold the worms yet again. Oh, not if Ost drops a combo.
One hit's going to do him in, though. Oh, same goes for Ost.
Yes.
And that'll do it.
That was such a good recognition from CG on, like, he knows he can't go for the regular combo because of how far away Ost is.
Yeah,
So I like spending the meter there.
yeah.
I think it was necessary.
If you can get the kill, just, you know, go for
Yeah,
it.
especially with how, like, easy it is to get meter in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
And look at that, the worm saving Ost's life by eating all the active frames of Enkidu's 2A.
Yep.
That was a really nice dash block out of the corner by CG.
And there's the reversal once again. Going for the corner. Oh, drops a wow.
Yeah, I mean, that combo's, like, I think, decently difficult.
Yeah.
And I don't know that Ost has really been grinding, so he's probably pretty prone to dropping
He's
it.
pretty consistent at hitting it. It's just really tricky to land, I think. Because, like, a lot of specific delays, I think, on before you get after the air sequence, I think.
That's a nasty route from CG there. Oh, drops it.
Oh. Oz is just kicking out, send a boom.
I like that bait, trying to hope that CG goes for the FF, but it doesn't quite work out.
Gotta count
And there's
it.
15 seconds left. Actually, this is pretty rough for Ost.
Yeah. Steve's got the cycle now and still 100 meter on deck. Oh,
Oh my
now.
god.
Instant dive kick coming into Oz. Oh.
Ost is like, I bet you're going to try and throw me, but CG was going for like a really delayed overhead charge. I think potentially hoping to actually trade with the 236C.
Probably.
Because if you use something active enough, you will trade.
Yeah, because it's 360 is only involved on like startup, I think, or a little.
It's like for the first 11 frames, and then once it becomes active,
Yeah.
it's no longer invuln.
Yeah.
Nice green shield bait.
Good match.
So Merc 2A anti-airing?
One of his many anti-airs.
Oh, grid break.
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, gets rid of the scaling, right?
Yeah.
Probably not quite dead, but very close. Oh, he's going to
here we
go for it.
Nice work.
I actually did not know that he could get another extension after the
Yeah,
236C.
I thought that was it. I didn't know he had a ground pound still.
But CG, you know, he knows those things.
He is.
He's definitely the combo guy.
Yeah.
Nice match from Ost.
Oh, good tech. Ooh, that was tricky.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I think CG was doing something, so, like, the FF wasn't really possible.
Yeah.
But that would have been a prime spot to FF at. Okay, yeah, I like that. You know, sort of guessing that CG would maybe want to go for throw or go for the JA again, right?
Yeah.
Because he's sort of shown that multiple times. So doing the 3C to get out. Is that worth it? I don't think so.
Nah.
Like, I understand you kind of want the cycle, but even doing that, the cycle is still really close.
And also, like, his health was way low, so, like, you win the cycle, but
Yeah,
you're
I mean-
spending all your meter to get it.
And it's also like Ost can still gamble 236C even without CS, and it's still like an okay gamble.
Yeah. If Ost didn't have meter, that'd be better position for CG then, because Ost would have to hold the CG's offense.
Hold everything, right? Yeah. We need to see more throws from CG on off now. Okay, there you go.
Heard you talking.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what you want to get hit by.
CG take another game.
Ost is not thinking. I already know that.
Yeah,
Ost is not thinking anything.
they're just having fun at this point, probably.
No shot does he do.
One
Dash up,
dive
up
kick.
kicks like
God,
4 times in a
okay.
row. Grid break. With the worm, extra health. A little bit more damage.
EX swims down now.
Blocks the mix.
Oh.
Wow, that 2A reached.
Yeah.
This is a side swap.
Good mash out.
It should be death.
Yep, there it is.
Not even close. I knew the whole time.
I feel like Oz is pretty good about knowing when to try and mash on CD's pressure when he's cornered. All those 2As have been pretty consistent.
Yeah, it is true. I do think, though, that CG should probably be presenting throw a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just because, like, Austin's not really doing anything, right? Like, he's waiting for slightly larger gaps to mash on. Wow, that was really weird looking.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Could this kill? Oh, he's got CBO.
Yeah,
That's
CBO.
done. Yep.
The noodle arms.
Yep. That's what, second highest damage in IW in the game?
It's pretty high damage. Okay, he didn't do dash up kicks again, so I'm pretty happy. But, you know, Havoc trades, it's not what you want if you're Merc.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful about that. You do not want to trade of Enkidu.
Yeah, nice throw.
Good.
I like that delay tech from Oss there, right? Avoiding the 2-2B meaty.
Yeah. Nope. Drop.
Yeah, drops it. Combo dropper guy.
Oh.
That's not invuln.
It's not?
EX up kicks is not invuln, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm
And
lying.
he has like a flame or two startup on it?
I don't remember. I was pretty sure it's not, but I could be wrong. Oh, catches the OS.
This is gonna hurt. That was a counter hit.
Doesn't spend. I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Spending on Enkidu kind of messes your Oki up a little bit, right? Because you're forced to backdash, and it gives up a little bit more grid than you'd probably want, right?
2B6C is his meter end if he wants usually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Just parries the...
Oh, no.
He was feeling himself, and he was like, Oss is going to wake up 236C, so I'm just going to run up parry.
Yeah. But
That's definitely a CG move, is to feel yourself and just be like, I'm going to do something funny.
he does like to run up and just do stuff sometimes. Like just run up, like deep dash into 5A or something.
Yeah,
like,
yes.
Like it looks out. Like,
Oh my
like
god,
that.
there it is.
Yeah, dash up.
It doesn't even net him anything.
Yeah.
Double up kicks in the corner. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, 3.6, not bad.
Ooh, we'll give up the cycle from that 5A.
Good flow. Oh,
Whiff throws plus, even offline.
it's, yep.
Let's do it again. Osta not passing the reaction check. Will we see the boys?
Round. Combo drop. Nope.
That's at least one of the safe ones for Merc.
Yeah.
There are definitely some combo drops that are not. Ooh.
Blocked to overhead.
It's not what you like to see. Oh, but the combo drop. I like that no cancel. Yeah, Austin doing a really good job here also with delay teching, right?
Yeah.
CG going for a lot of the 2-2B meaty, and Austin's like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's like,
I'll just delay tech and mash. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, if the TDP misses, it means he doesn't get his plus frames and, you know, he doesn't get his attack either. So you get a good opportunity to just counter attack, whether that's for mash or reversal or whatever.
CG going up 6-3 here. You know, Aus has to do a little bit of thinking.
Yeah, he's got to put some work if he wants to turn this around.
CG just sitting there pretending to think. Yeah, he heard that. I know he did. Aus, my deal is still on. Don't worry.
What was the deal?
I told Aus if he threw, I would pay for his club entrance. Oh, no.
Now 2GB down.
Oh, no.
That hurt.
Actually, I think the worm actually counter hit. I don't know what that does to the starter. It looks like nothing bad.
No.
Oh, 4B counter hit with all the worms. Osk probably has these, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Not quite enough to kill. That's a lot of damage.
That's a huge life lead now. But
Alright.
CG can get in still, and here we go.
Oh my god, that route is sick. Yeah, it's not over.
Oh, good tech. Oh,
Yeah.
dive kick.
But Osk will get the next cycle. You are so cringe.
But Kitty will just parry it instead.
Pulse frames, yeah.
That's the round.
And, you know, even with that early work Osk put into that round, just crumbled.
Yep. That's what happens when you play with players at this level. They can just turn it around in
the second, yeah, and it's just like
shot. That's all they need.
All CG needed was like 3 hits, and it was like, all right, it's fine.
Yeah.
We're good here.
Yep.
Now he's gonna be in the corner though.
5C
Osk is
overhead.
asleep.
Reversal got most of the meter back.
I like that recognition from Osk, knowing that he actually messed up the combo. So. Oh, doesn't recognize that green shield. Could have grid broken there.
Yeah. Osk's got to take it around now.
Osk staying alive, you know.
Yeah.
If he loses one more round here, he loses.
Yeah, CG's got this, but Osk just put up the fight now at least.
Set the boys.
Yep. Oh, 4B.
Wake up, C parry. Oh no.
I was expecting Osk to do like the flight Oki there instead, but
I think it's kind of hard against Enkidu specifically because it's his reversal's a parry.
right.
So things like safe jumps don't really work very well on it. Oh my god.
Wow. Got screen shield, so he missed a chance to punish 3C.
And not quite dead, but
This is gonna hurt still.
I think one more hit will do it.
Yeah.
A throw, probably not, unless it's grid break.
Oh wow.
But that will certainly do it, and
Good
CG
counter.
taking it 7-3 against Oz.
All right. Good stuff, CG.
I mean, the two of them obviously having fun. They're friends out there, right? You know.
Advantage of putting those two playing so much together. They know each other's habits so well. At this
Yeah.
point, they could just goof off and have a good set anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you know, thank you guys for joining us here at Summer Camp for this Uniclear exhibition, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Watching Austin CJ is always fun, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, they're always a delight to watch.
Yeah.